gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, get your cocktails ready. The show will commence in less than, let's call it less than 120 seconds.
A little ordinary? Is it lacking something awesome? Well, head out to your local liquor store and pick up something extraordinary. Grab a bottle of Old Humble Straight Whiskey or Old Humble Special Reserve. They're clean, smooth, easy drinking whiskeys that taste the way whiskey should taste. From humble beginnings to an extraordinary finish, Old Humble whiskeys are what your bar needs today. Walk tall, be awesome, and drink humble. Old Humble Straight Whiskey and Old Humble Special Reserve. Get yours today.
Get yours today, indeed. Is my audio good? My audio is good. Hey, everything's working. Fantastic. This is awesome. This is great. Terrific. Wonderful. These are not the same lenses as I had in my other red. Got the red lenses, but I got a different lens on these. Anyway, I am the Old Humble Guy. I am your host, your guide, your spirit guide, your bad influence, whatever you want to call me for the night. I am that thing, and we are talking today Cocktails 101. I think my opening shot is going to be our straight whiskey, the purple label, available all across the state of Texas, from El Paso to Beaumont, McAllen to Lubbock. Pick up yours today. All across the great state of Texas. If you find yourself not in the great state of Texas, you've got two choices: either get yourself into the great state of Texas, or contact a online vendor such as Mash and Grape, and order some through those fine folks. Or you can try and contact us directly and see if there is a alternative path to getting whiskey sent to you through one of our marketing reps. But the first path that I recommend is always Mash and Grape, and they will be able to hook you up. mashandgrape.com. Oh, wonderful. We got great news over the course of the next several weeks. Let me get my handy dandy calendar of events out. Friday, 2 days from now, not tomorrow, but Friday, we have Mike Gallo playing live on our YouTubes and in our distillery. If you can't make your way there in person, you can catch it here live remotely. Tomorrow night we have trivia with Lisa. I don't know what the special topic's going to be, but it's going to be awesome. And then next week, I will be making a personal appearance on Wednesday night at Memorial Total Wine and Thursday night at the Willowbrook Total Wine. Both nights at 5 p.m. And then Ryan Adam Wells will be live on our YouTubes from 7 to 10 p.m., just like Mike Gallo, 7 to 10 p.m. We'll also have another whiskey happy hour on Wednesday and trivia on Thursday. And that is, I mean, Jesus, that's plenty, right? For now, that's plenty. Oh, I haven't had my opening shot. Cheers to all of you fine folks out there. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the show. Hopefully we'll have a good time tonight. We're going to be talking about cocktails. And cocktails have there's a specific meaning to the term cocktail. It's not just a mixed drink. There's plenty of drinks that are mixed drinks that aren't technically cocktails. But cocktail covers a specific thing. We're going to talk about the history of cocktails, the culture around cocktails, what developed, how it grew through the country, and why I, a noted curmudgeon, do not like cocktails. These sunglasses are bothering me. Let me see if I can replace them with a different pair. Let me get my box over here. Don't forget to subscribe. Certainly subscribe. Be a friend to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to participate in chat. Just be good people, generally speaking. Is this what I want? Yeah, these are the ones I want, right here. These red ones, not these red ones, these red ones. So the light's bright. That's why I wear sunglasses at night. The light is bright. These are the ones I want? Yeah, these are the ones I want. I like the reflective lens a little bit better than the dark lens because I can see better. No, we'll keep the dark lenses. They actually look pretty good tonight. I can go with that. It's a little bit of a change. Change is good. I mean, I intentionally try to keep the same wardrobe from week to week, but change is good. I like the change. We have, of course, in chat, cheers. Cheers to chat. Sunflowers is in now. She says, I like cocktails, but don't ask me what's in them. I drink what my sister-in-law, Julie, tells me to. That's fine. And no, I don't have a problem. Well, we'll get to this in a minute. We'll get to this in a minute. Don't forget to subscribe. We're on our march to 1,000 subscribers. We've added a few subscribers since the last time we were here. We were at 822, 823, somewhere in that neighborhood last week. We are now up to, as you can see, 850, and we are on our march to 1,000 subscribers. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to go fight a kangaroo. Goddamn right, I'm going to go fight a kangaroo. I'm going to beat one up. Because they're smug. And they deserve it. So there you go. That's the plan, at least. That's the plan. And we will see how that goes. I keep seeing this digital flipping on my screen, and I don't know why it's doing that. I'm not seeing anything unusual in my statistics page, but I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. But okay, let's... we're pretty much there. It is 10:08. I got 3 more minutes on my schedule before I start in on the topic. Subscribe to Old Humble if you're pro animals' rights. I'm looking for the animals left and right, to be quite honest, because I'm gonna jab cross. I've got this. I got my technique. I know exactly what I'm going to be doing. Top shelf, Dustin. Welcome to the party, my man. Good to see you. And cheers. I finished my opening shot. Now, tonight's drink of the night, cocktail du jour. Would that be what it is? Du jour is of the day. So I guess it'd be du nacht, whatever. I'm going to be making myself a cosmopolitan, an old fashioned. I'll be having a regular old fashioned cocktail. Because we're talking about cocktails, and I thought it would be appropriate if I were having a cocktail to have an old-fashioned cocktail, a cocktail that is named specifically because it is an old-fashioned cocktail. I have my sugar cube. Boop. In fact, let's bring the camera down. Bring the camera down to the operating floor here. There we go. I've got my sugar cube. I've got some bitters that I will be... Those are chocolate bitters. Do I have regular bitters? Yes, the orange bitters right here. Angostura orange bitters. My rolly chair. See if I can shimmy my way. Oh yeah, I have an open bottle of these at the distillery. So you throw in the sugar cube. You toss in some bitters to your preferred flavor. I like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Get that sugar cube good and dosed with the bitters. Then throw in a cherry, and my spoon will not fit in cherry, so I use the back of my spoon and spear it. Will that work? Come on. Get it. There it is. Nope, just pushed it down. There it is. That got it. The cherry. Boop. A little bit of juice. Give it a little bit of flavor. Spill some on your desktop there if you'd like. A little bit of cherry juice to give it some flavor. And then, using my handy dandy measuring jigger, put in 1 part of water. There we go. And then muddle all that together. Smoosh it good. Smoosh it real good. There we go. And I do need to get my towel to clean up this mess immediately so that it doesn't become disgusting and sticky underneath my pad, because that would be gross. Get that cleaned up. Okay. So then we get this good and muddled, and of course I've got a cherry stem in there, but that's not going to be much of a problem because I'm not going to eat the stem. Now, throw in the ice. Ba-bum. I don't want to splash it in there, so I'm going to slide it in on the side. Throw in the ice, stir it to chill your... This is now basically a simple syrup. It is sugar and water, which is what you make a simple syrup out of. And then 2 parts of the traditional rye whiskey, which is what is traditional to an old-fashioned. And I'm going to make it a nice stiff pour. And that, my friends, with the exception of the garnish to be added, you can add the garnish of the oil of a lemon along the outside and the zest of a lemon, and then throw in another cherry. But I'm not a big fan of garnishes in general because it's basically just obstacles to my drinks, and I am okay without drink obstacles. That was just water mostly. So there you go. And cherry old fashioned. Now you can do other stuff with old fashions. In the Grand Canyon, you can get a Grand Canyon old fashioned, which has pomegranate in their simple syrup. Come on back up here. Hello, everybody. They have pomegranate in their syrup. What I need is a cocktail cam, like a little camera, like right over here, that is pointed right down to the cocktails, like maybe right over my shoulder, just a cocktail cam. It's very cherry. It's the extra cherry juice that I put in there. She loves it when I whistle at her and summon her into my office. She absolutely loves it. She might steal my drink tonight, come to think of it. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Because if she comes in here and she tries my drink, that's she being my lovely wife. If she comes in here and steals my drink, then I'm going to have to make another cocktail. And I don't like... Okay, so let's start talking about cocktails, shall we? So cocktails, historically, the history behind the term is debated about when the term was actually first coined. But the general consensus is that it was 1803 in the United States, 1806 in another publication in the United States. They say that it was seen in England as early as 1796. but it's generally accepted that it was commonly brought into usage in the early 1800s. That first decade of the 1800s, common usage that you'd be able to find it. Prior to the term cocktail being coined and specifically used to describe alcoholic drinks with sugar, water, and bitters, they were also the drinks were known as they were cocktails, vulgarly known as bittered slings, which means prior to the term cocktail, you would have a sling, which was basically sugar, water, and alcohol. So, a juice with alcohol, tonic water, it could be a carbonated water that's flavored with some kind of sugary concoction. So your tonic water, but not Coke, because Coke is sugar, water, and bitters. So rum and Coke is technically a cocktail, but vodka soda, vodka cranberry, whiskey soda, whiskey and water, uh, vodka and juice of any kind, gin and juice. Those are not technically cocktails. Gin and tonic, however, that is technically truly a cocktail because it has gin, water. No, I take that back. It is not a cocktail. It has gin, water, and sugar, but it does not have bitters, so it is not technically a cocktail. But after 1862, the term just kind of after 1862, Jerry Thomas publishes The Bartender's Guide, which was called How to Mix Drinks, or the Bon Vivant's Companion, which basically included 10 cocktail recipes that use bitters in different form for other drinks, including punches and I'm sorry, it used bitters to differentiate the cocktails from other drinks like punches and cobblers. But generally speaking, after that book came out, the term cocktail kind of became a general term for any drink that got mixed. Any mixed drink became colloquially known as a cocktail. Um, but they continued to evolve over time, and the term kind of got abused and misused and misapplied and reapplied to the point in the late 1800s when something like the old fashioned comes back on the scene, where people ask for a cocktail made the old fashioned way, with water, sugar, and bitters. Which is how the old fashioned came to be. If you want to know more about the old fashioned, go back a few weeks to when we talk about old fashions, um, and compare the old fashioned hand mix to the old fashioned premix. And this is too much cherry. I put 2 spoons. I probably should have put 1, if even that many, of the cherry juice out of the maraschino cherries. But then cocktail culture comes and goes over the years. It grows back in popularity with the throwback cocktails in the late 1800s and early 1900s, and then we get hit with the banhammer of prohibition, and cocktail culture dies, just poof, goes away, except for in the speakeasies. But the cocktails in the speakeasies weren't so much made for. They weren't so much made for the flavor of the cocktail itself, but to mask the flavor of the cheap booze that was being produced and smuggled across the heartland of America. The booze wasn't necessarily of high quality. It was basically whatever they could get their hands on, and the cocktails were of dubious quality. They had a lot of flavor. They packed a lot of punch, but they weren't, how would you say in your language, good. Uh, but following the Prohibition era, liquor-based cocktails become more popular again, and more accessible again. And then into the late 60s or so, they start to decline again. And then traditional, old-fashioned, just whiskey on the rocks, whiskey neat, straight, vodka, vodka tonic, whiskey tonics, that kind of came back into flavor. And beer rose in popularity significantly, especially through the 1960s, with the ability to be able to transport beer in refrigerated compartments and get it all over the country in small and larger quantities into smaller and smaller communities in more and more accessible ways. So as beer rises in ascendancy, cocktails kind of fall in ascendancy in popularity through the 1960s. And then going from the 1960s into the late and mid 2000s, now we've got another resurgence of cocktail culture now in the turn of the century, and people are rediscovering the ways that whiskeys mix, or I'm sorry, not just whiskeys, but alcohols mix with different drinks, rediscovering the art and technique of the punch, the large scale punch, rediscovering the joys of the classic cocktails, rediscovering the slings, uh, uh, the slings, the bittered slings, the old fashioned cocktails, the style and technique of making cocktails that used to be done in the early part and middle part of the 20th century are being reintroduced now with mixologists and people getting really fancy and um, really dedicated to not just the mixture itself, but the presentation and the show of the production of the drink. Um, for my own personal preference, I don't have a problem with cocktails. The biggest issue that I have with cocktails is the people making the cocktails because they don't necessarily know what they're doing. They may know the basic staples. Uh, they may know the basic staples, but if you ask a bartender to make a margarita by hand, which is, let me think, is a margarita technically a cocktail? It's alcohol, sweet and sour, which would be a juice with sugar, and nope, there's no bitters. So a margarita isn't technically a cocktail, I don't suppose. But you ask a bartender to make a margarita by hand instead of just the slush, a frozen margarita, and you are likely to get any number of weird concoctions from lime juice to Chardonnay. I've had one bartender put Chardonnay in their margarita. Uh, it was the worst thing. It was terrible. It was dreadful. I don't want to say it's the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth because I've accidentally eaten a Chipotle, but it is. I mean, we've all been to Taco Bell at 3 in the morning, and just said yes to what would you like, and just gotten all the fucking food. But man, it was one of the worst things on the plane. It was a war crime. It was a crime against humanity without question. But you there's a whole bunch of cocktails that all the bartenders don't know all the cocktails, and it's really hard sometimes to get. There's the staples, of course, that you can find at a bar like a mojito or a Manhattan or a martini. But even something as simple as the old fashioned, bartenders, you'd be surprised at the number of bartenders that just don't know how to make something as simple as this. Um, they serve beers, they serve shots. They don't necessarily mix drinks. And if you're at a very busy bar, they don't really encourage you to make mixed drinks because if you make mixed drinks at a very busy bar, it slows down the bar and then you're the asshole for ordering busy drinks. It's not them who's the asshole who doesn't know how to make the drinks. You're the asshole who has the audacity to ask for a mixed drink. Now, they may know how to mix shots, which aren't necessarily cocktails, but they don't necessarily know how to mix drinks. And that is very, very frustrating when you are not a big fan of making the cocktails yourself because all you really want to do is have a couple of drinks. So it's not necessarily that I'm just a curmudgeon and I don't like fancy things and I don't I don't have a use for all that silliness. I mean, it's fun, we sit down and have some, this is the cocktail that we're having with our dinner. It's a lemon, a fuzzy lemon sling made with citrus vodka and lemonade and a little carbonated water to go with that to give it a little fuzzy bubbliness. Um, and that can be a very good drink to have with your meal if you're having the right meal. We're having curated old fashions with pecan wood smoke infused in the drink itself, and we could do that. That's fun. It's enjoyable to do. It's not necessarily enjoyable to do after your fourth or fifth drink and the Texans are getting the piss beat out of them, and your University of Houston football Cougars are crapping the bed against Tulane of all people, of all schools. They're just trying new and unusual ways to lose football games on a Friday night. Ugh. You don't necessarily want to make more cocktails, but sometimes in the right doses, making cocktails is fun to do. I enjoy it. I enjoy the art and practice of doing it. However, I also like just a simple shot of whiskey. Shot of whiskey and a beer is a great meal sometimes. Just enjoy yourself, right? And that's really the net result, the net purpose of cocktails is for you to enjoy yourself. The perfect cocktail, I've said this before and I will say it again. The perfect cocktail is the one you drink. If it doesn't taste good, if you don't like it, then it's not the perfect cocktail. If it tastes good and you like it and you enjoy it, it doesn't matter if it has a lime on the side, an umbrella in it, if it's frozen or not, or on the rocks, or whatever. The only wrong way to drink alcohol is by pouring it anywhere other than your mouth. You go out and you enjoy your damn froofy drinks. There's no such thing as a boy drink. There's no such thing as a girl drink. Unless the drink was designed to put a penis in it, then it's a boy drink. Maybe it's a girl drink. I'm not quite sure how that works, but if it's designed to go with genitals, then the drink has a gender. You, my friend, go out and enjoy pina colada. Go out and enjoy Cuba Libre. Go out and enjoy a fuzzy navel or a Sex on the Beach or a Martina McBride's shuffle or whatever ridiculous crazy thing they think up. Instead of calling it a Moscow Mule, if they want to call it a I don't know, what do we here in Texas? It'd be an Austin Mule, I guess. Whatever they want to call it. If they want to have their stupid pet names for their stupid drinks, instead of calling them Manhattan, they call it a Metroplex. Instead of calling it martini, a mojito, they call it a Galveston mint bomb or whatever the crap. I don't care. If it tastes good, if you're having a good time, then it's good drinking. Who gives a crap? Let the douchebag bro in the two polo shirts and the visor that's on upside down and the sunglasses on the back of his shaved head give you the funny looks. Who gives a fuck? He's the one who's not having a good time drinking his Michelob Ultra. Screw that guy. Enjoy your mojitos. Enjoy whatever it is that you're drinking. If you want to just sit there and pound shots of Jack, enjoy your damn night. If that's how you enjoy your night, enjoy your night. That's what's the most important thing with cocktails. It doesn't matter if I'm a curmudgeon. It doesn't matter if if people give you shit because you're drinking your girlfriend's drink. Who cares? If people look at your girlfriend and go, "Oh, so you're the one drinking the scotch and smoking the cigars, eh?" And they're like trying to be clever and funny. Screw those guys. Enjoy your drink. Your cocktail is your cocktail. Screw those guys. And that's it. Um, and that's a brief introduction of cocktails, among other things. I forgot one of the most important things. I was talking about how the culture of cocktails was expanding across the country in the early 1800s. The reason why it was expanding across the country in the early 1800s is because bars had the ability to serve drinks that weren't just room temperature shots of whiskey and room temperature beers. Because this cool little invention of the railroad was ice mongers were able to bring ice from the East Coast and the cold climates in the Northeast all the way across the country on insulated and not yet refrigerated, but insulated cars. And they could bring entire carloads, train carloads of ice west. And when they were able to get ice from the east to the west, then bars in California in the mid 1800s could finally have cocktails the same way that bars on the East Coast could have cocktails. there weren't a lot of bars in the middle of the country that had cocktails that were being served up, especially once you got west of the Mississippi. But all the way down the Mississippi in St. Louis and in Mississippi, Vicksburg, New Orleans, further up north in Chicago, and all the way up and down that central artery where trains started in the east and the northeast and were able to make their way into the central part of the country. They were able to bring ice, and ice had as much a role in expanding the cocktail culture across the country as anything else, because you don't just have water, bitters, sugar, and alcohol. You have ice. And if you have ice in your drink, you technically have finished your cocktail. And ice is an integral part of having a cocktail. Otherwise, it could just be shots, right? Ice is an integral part of having a cocktail, but you don't have to be too fancy about the ice. Geez, they were freezing. Traditional cocktails were made with frozen pond water, for Christ's sake. So don't get wrapped around your own axle about the type of ice you're using or what you're using with the ice. I prefer big blocks of ice myself because they last for a really long time. But like for real, you don't have to you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to be too damn fancy. Like I said before, the best cocktail is the cocktail you like, and the whole point of cocktails is to have fun drinking your drink. As long as you're having fun drinking your drink, as long as you're enjoying yourself and having a good time and telling good stories with friends and just kicking back and having the ability to relax and have fun and enjoy yourself, then your cocktail is the best damn cocktail you've ever had. So enjoy your cocktails and enjoy yourself, because that's the important part. I think I've covered everything that's in my notes. Let me scan real quick through one more time, see if there's anything that I am forgetting as I get a little bit of water on my rag here to try and wipe my countertop one more time. This is a nice desk. It was in my parents' office. They donated it over here to me when I moved into this house. So I'd like to keep it in fairly good working order and not spill drinks all over there all the time. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I covered everything that was in my notes. Separating cocktails from shots, separating bittered slings from slings, punches from cocktails. Yeah, I think we're set. Okay, so let's get on with the show, shall we? Means I get to go see if I can catch up on chat. Where are we at on time? 10:33. That means I've been soliloquizing now for what, about 15 minutes? Let's go scroll up and chat. Y'all been busy. Sunflowers has cocktail trivia. That's good. Okay, we're going to switch screens and bring in the chat. And don't forget, we're at 850 now, 150 subscribers from now. In fact, I'm going to put a date limit on this. If we hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of November, because there's very real likelihood I'm going to go on hiatus in July, take the month, or December, take the month off in December for, between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So if we hit 1,000 subscribers before I go on that December hiatus, I'll go fight a kangaroo. So, there you go, guys. You spread the word. Be our evangelists. Be our disciples. Spread the word and bring about the opportunity to see this right here over my shoulder. Subscribe today. Don't forget, subscribe and hit. Does it say hit the notification bell? No, it just says subscribe. I mean, you don't have to hit the notification bell. Don't get me wrong. I'd prefer it if you did, because then you'd be notified when we do new stuff. But, if you don't want to, it's fine. I mean, I'm not your dad. I'm probably not your dad. I don't think I'm your dad. So you don't have to do what I say. But I would appreciate it if you did. Thank you. And have a great day. So let's bring in the chat window. There it is. Move this over a little bit. Just a little bit. There it is. Move this down some. Yeah, there we go. All right, and let's see. Where are we? All right, there we go. This is where we were. the stuffed one. Top Shelf Dustin telling people to unsubscribe if they're pro animals. Look, kangaroos are assholes. They don't get rights. They're just jerks sitting there in their fedoras with their gold chains and their watches on the chain as they spin the chain around, and they're sitting there in their stupid red vests and their dumb accents, smoking their cigars and hitting on your girlfriends. I have a very specific picture of what a kangaroo is and does in my head. I am very clear in my mind of what kangaroos are. And mind you, most of my knowledge of kangaroos comes from old Bugs Bunny cartoons. So, I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure I could take one in a fair fight. Well, no, I take that back. I don't think I could take one in a fair fight, but I think I could take one if I fight dirty. So there you go. The kick to the face. See, that's the thing. If I jump in there with the first couple of shots, they're not going to have a chance to kick me in the face. He's going to be stunned. He's going to be like, what the hell is this person doing? This sucks. And be like, yeah, that's right, bitch. Bip, 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 bip. Bip, 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 bip. And then the game will be over. I'll win. And they'll just be like, oh no, I got beat up by a human. Like, yep, you got beat up by a human, bitch. Yeah. Mostly, I can't wait to really see the look on the face of the staff when we go in to have our fight, because it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be great. They're over there. I'll be in my my robe, my boxing shorts, and I'll have my gloves on. I'll be like, I'm ready to go. Where are the kangaroos? It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a ton of fun, an absolute ton of fun. Sister-in-law told me to try that one. Try that one. Which one? You tried a Cosmopolitan because of the TV show Sex. Cosmos are. Let me think. If isn't it just like apple? I'm thinking of apple teenies. Cosmos are just cherry and vodka in a martini glass, right? I'm not very familiar. It's a vodka drink. I'm not very familiar with it because I don't drink a lot of vodka. But yeah, I don't remember. Hi, Vanessa Kitty. How are you? Cheers. I will have you know, Vanessa Kitty won our box giveaway of samples, and I will have you know, Vanessa, I have printed out your mailing label, and your box will be heading over to the delivery store tomorrow. So you should be getting it in the next several days. Get excited. Be very excited. It's coming soon. Cross my heart. Promise. Of course, it may be Friday when I actually do it, so we'll see. Amaretto Stone Sour. I know what an Amaretto Sour is. It's basically a margarita with Amaretto instead of tequila and no triple sec. But I don't know what an Amaretto Stone Sour is. I bet there's Amaretto and sour in it. Have I ever had a bourbon old fashioned? Yes, I have had a bourbon old fashioned. I've had bourbon old fashions. They're fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a bourbon old fashioned. Rye has a little bit more flavor to my palate. A little bit more flavor than bourbon. Bourbon has, well, they have different flavors. I don't know if it's more or less, but rye definitely has more rye flavor, of course, because it's more rye than a bourbon. Yeah, I mean, most bars and restaurants, at least most bars and restaurants that I've been to, use bourbon to make an old fashioned. And if you look up recipes online, they kind of split half and half between bourbon and rye. So, yes, I have definitely had a bourbon old fashioned. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with a bourbon old fashioned. Absolutely nothing wrong with a bourbon old fashioned. It's just, if you're drinking a traditional old fashioned, if you want to get all snobby and shove your head all the way up your butt and be all traditional and all snobby about everything, I had old fashions before old fashions were hip. I liked them back in the 90s. whatever. Nobody cares, scarf dude. Enjoy your drink with your man bun and scarf and whatever, skinny jeans, weirdos. Um, but yeah, there's you could conceivably have an old fashioned with a corn whiskey if you wanted to. I suppose. I mean, whatever floats your boat. Um, Mai Tai. Oh my God, Mai Tais are great. Um, I thoroughly enjoy Mai Tais. I drink the crap out of Mai Tais. Anytime we're on a cruise, I am drinking Mai Tais almost double fisting Mai Tais. Boat drinks is basically what they call them on Caribbean cruises. They're basically a Mai Tai, um, but they call them boat drinks. And damn, they're good. I like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. Do, do, do. Myself personally, I have never had a Bloody Mary that I really enjoyed. However, I am planning an episode of the Wednesday Night Whiskey Happy Hour focusing on Bloody Marys because uh, I think the only reason I haven't had a Bloody Mary that's any good is because I just simply haven't had a good Bloody Mary. Uh, and it kind of sounds like it's circular logic, but I think it's just because the Bloody Marys that I've had have been kind of proprietary exotic mixes, as opposed to just a clean old basic old fashioned Bloody Mary. Make it from scratch: tomato juice, Worcester sauce, horseradish. Stir it with some celery and be happy and done, or whatever the hell else goes in a Bloody Mary. I'm not really sure because I've never really examined it, but to look at the history and background of a Bloody Mary, it's basically a breakfast drink. Uh, yeah, that's going to be coming up, if not next week, the week after. Maybe the week after that. I'm not sure, but Bloody Mary is definitely on the list of uh, upcoming shows to examine. I think I did a cocktail back when this was the quarantine cocktail happy hour. The quarantine cocktail that I did was uh, I think it was called the Bloody Jack, and it was a whiskey Bloody Mary. Instead of vodka, it had whiskey, and it was dreadful. It was awful. I mean, it was awful, just absolutely dreadful. But of course, tomato juice and whiskey is pretty bad. It's two flavors that don't go together very well. Um, why did the show choose such a dirty sounding name for the drink category? Uh, Dirty sounding name for the drink category, like a bittered sling. I need more context there. I don't know. When his sister-in-law makes old fashioned, she garnishes with an orange slice. Yeah, and typically old fashions are garnished with an orange slice and maybe an extra cherry thrown in there for flavor, something like that. But okay. So here's one of my problems that I have with home cocktails. I don't want to go out like the other day when I made what did I make? It was with I think it was rum and cokes, and I had the cokes, and I had the lime, and I had the rum. Limes were 5 for $1, or yeah, it was like 5 for $1 or something like that. 5 for cents. I don't remember what it was. So basically, I threw away 4 limes. I mean, I felt dumb buying 1 lime, so I wasted an extra because it was like 30 cents for a lime, but it was 5 for $1 or something like that. So I felt dumb spending 50% more for a lime, so I spent 3 times as much to get 5 and throw away 4. I, I, I just felt stupid because it was stupid. I wasted 70 cents, but it was 70 cents. It's like nothing, no money. Um, but ultimately, I don't like just having fruits and stuff laying around the house for garnish. because I don't drink cocktails that often. I mean, maybe if I had fruits laying around the house, I would drink cocktails more often. Maybe I would. But I also don't want to sit there and uh, just sit there and uh, mix cocktails all night, because that's. I mean, I want to sit down and drink and tell stories and have fun and relax with my friends. I don't want to be their fucking bartender. Um, so there you go. Um, Sunflowers has some cocktail trivia for me. Hit me with the trivia. Accounts differ, but most experts agree the first cocktail was a Sazerac. Yes, I have heard that as well. The first cocktail was a Sazerac, a blend of whiskey, absinthe, bitters, and sugar. Created in New Orleans in the mid 1800s. Um, well, the cocktail, maybe the first named cocktail, was the Sazerac, but cocktails predate the mid 1800s because they go back to the early 1800s. But they wouldn't necessarily be named. This wasn't named until the late 1800s. Um, so uh, once you get the third ingredient, it's a cocktail. The third. Okay, so a mixed drink has a minimum of two ingredients. That is correct. The third ingredient, technically, well, they call it a cocktail. Obviously, we use that term. We use that term like Kleenex. It's a generic term that just gets thrown around. It's any mixed drink, almost any mixed drink we call cocktails. Mixed drinks, cocktails, kind of use those terms interchangeably. But historically speaking, cocktails do have that specific definition: water, sugar, bitters. Um, if it doesn't have those three ingredients, you can throw in more ingredients. Water, sugar, bitters. You got to have those three. You can carbonate the water, throw in a little splash of soda, whatever you want to call it. But something like the Three Wise Men is not a cocktail. It's vodka, peppermint schnapps, and I think Jägermeister with a splash of, or maybe it's cream. No, and with a splash of that's the Three Wise Men: vodka, Jägermeister, and peppermint schnapps. The That's the Three Wise Men. It's layered on the rocks. I think it's the Mind Eraser. That's vodka, cream, and soda on the rocks. Though neither one of those is a cocktail. Not technically speaking, they're not cocktail. Now the Three Wise Men might be, because Jaeger is technically a bitters. But see, that's the whole fucking point. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's technically a cocktail, and you get caught up in the weeds trying to overthink this shit. They're mixed drinks. They're cocktails. There's not a wrong way to drink them. There's not a wrong way to enjoy them. You just, there's not a set of them that are for men and a set of them that are for women. Guys, go out and enjoy your appletinis. Go out and enjoy your pink pussycats or whatever the fuck stuff. Have something with foam on it. Enjoy yourself. Ladies, drink scotch on the rocks. Drink scotch neat. Have a cigar. Whistle at the dudes. Just be toxic. You're allowed, I guess. I don't know. Actually, honest to God, I don't know if that's allowed these days. But just like, be socially appropriately toxic, I guess, if that's what you wanted to be. Guys, you too, be socially appropriately toxic if that's your thing. But fucking do what you want to do. Enjoy yourself. There's no point getting caught up on definitions. We can sit here and think about this and ponder it and consider it. It's fun. But at the end of the day, it's just like, drink. Simple shot of whiskey. That's what I'm drinking tonight. And of course, Lisa will be happy to point out that's not a cocktail. You need at least 3. I love it, Lisa, but if I'm gonna have a cocktail, it's a shot of whiskey, and I will have a cocktail that is just a shot of whiskey. If I need 3 ingredients to turn my cocktail into a cocktail, and my shot of whiskey into a cocktail, I will make it a true of whiskey. That's 3 ingredients. A shot of whiskey, stirred, not shaken. Yeah, see, exactly, Bacon. I'm with you 100%. Chardonnay in a margarita is a war crime. It is a crime against humanity, and it is completely inappropriate. And Dustin, I agree. Most bartenders who are under 30 and many under 25, they don't know how to make cocktails. They haven't had nearly enough time to study and learn and be good at their craft. It's not a craft. It's a temporary job for most of them. So yeah, there you are. And that is a fact demographic statistic, because I'm with Dustin. Most of the places I've been, bartenders, especially female bartenders, they're all in their mid to late 20s. But I guess it. Okay, well, let's think about this. Let's think about this mathematically. If you have average, you could have a few that are older, a lot that are younger, that bring the average down, or maybe you have a lot that are older and a few that are younger that brings that average up. That's interesting. That. I don't doubt the statistics. I'm trying to figure out how that works, because most most of the bartenders, like I'm with Dustin, most of the bartenders I know they're young enough to be my daughters or sons. They're just kids. Because most of the bartender guys are backs. They're not actual bartenders. They put the ones. They put the staff that looks good before. And they don't know how to make a drink. They don't know how to make drinks at all. Asking for a specific mixed drink. They go, okay. And then they open up their book. Anyway. 10:25 on chat. It's 10:50. I'm 30 minutes behind in chat. I'll catch up. I will catch up. Huh. datausa.io profile. Interesting link there, sunflowers. Very interesting. datausa.io profile. I'm going to open this in a new window, because I'm going to look at that in data myself, and maybe even bring that screen up if it's good data. I'm curious. Okay. Let's see here. Hang on. Let's go back to the main cam scene. I'm gonna add. Oops. Nope. Not that. Cancel. I'm gonna add a picture. Do the Wheel of Doom. I'm gonna add the Wheel of Doom. I'm gonna use the Wheel of Doom page for that. There it is. Let's see. Oh, I gotta uncrop it. That's the problem. Okay, let's uncrop this. Let's uncrop and see what we can find out. Data USA. Here we go. Data USA. You just cover me up. That's fine. So let's mine some data and find out what we can find out. Make it bigger. What happens on the page? Okay. Okay, seriously. Now we got to make this the right size. In fact, I'm going to just put it right here up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, right there. All right, so there we go. Let's mine some data. My nose itches. So average salary, $30,800. Average female salary is $24,000. Average salary overall is $27,000, which suggests that there's there's about equal number of male bartenders and female bartenders. Okay, maybe. Let's see here. What else do we have? About employment, diversity, education, skills. Let's see here. About. Is that what this page is about? Oh, about. Bartenders are most often employed by the restaurant and food services industry. Maybe they talk about like mostly bartenders, like in restaurant bartenders, because I bet restaurant bartenders are a very different demographic than like bar bartenders. You know what I mean? We'll wait. Top 3 most similar occupations to bartenders by wage are massage therapists, hairdressers, and bus drivers. Okay. Chefs, head cook, frontline supervisors, food cooks, top 3 locations that employ the most bartenders: Spring Valley, Summerlin. Or in the neighborhood of Vegas. San Diego City, really? Eagle Summit, Jackson County, Colorado. How do those places, the New York City, Philadelphia, very location. I'm sorry, that's not Nevada. That's New York, Northwest Kansas, Colorado, Colorado, Louisiana, New Orleans. I still don't see how New Orleans hires more bartenders than New York City. New York City has more people. New York City has more people than like Indiana. Like I don't see how that's possible. Um, let's get back to chat. Where were we? Back to chat. Um, always. Um, okay, let's keep rolling. Um, my microphone keeps maxing out. Let's move it down a little bit. Let's move it just below that button. Okay, that's better. I think that's better. I don't think I'll be maxing out as much, but I'll still continue to regulate my voice. See, I know when I was a bartender, I was 19 and I was 19 and 20. Those were the years that I was a bartender. Went to bartending school, learned all the cocktails. 19 and 20. I was too young to drink. Bartended at my college. Hmm. I'm not. You're just trying to wind me up, aren't you? Look, I spent 30 minutes editing a clip of that rant from last week about the blue food, and I got frustrated watching the video. I just got frustrated thinking about it, talk about it. Blue food, blue ink, blue. I got so I couldn't finish editing the clip. The clip's going to come out in the next couple of days. So this is the other problem that I have with cocktails, like this one. It's got shit in the bottom of my drink. Like now I need a fresh fucking glass because I got shit in the bottom of my cup. Now I need a fresh glass, and I can't just pour another drink on the same glass. I have to have a fresh glass. This glass is skunked. Is done. It has to go over there, be over there. I'm not using that glass for anything else. I'm going to burn it. I'm going to throw it in the trash, all the way in the trash. Now, do I have another glass back here? I don't. I need to get a set of glasses for my bar. And I'm going to have some rye. I'll just drink out of a shot glass like a proper degenerate does. Move you up a little bit. Did I put you right there? Yeah, there we go. All right, so let's get on with chat. Changing the year 2020, bartenders are on average 27, 28, less than average national average salary. Yeah, 2020 bartender salaries plummeted because nobody was going to bars. All kinds of bartenders, waitresses, they suffered a lot in 2020. Jeez. Let's see here. I'm going to catch up to chat. It's going to take me a minute, but I'm going to catch up. Have faith. Much close 50K number on average, with full-time people over 30, especially many making comfortable six figures. From the data, AOC didn't seem to have a lot of money working a bartender before she was a rep in Congress. Glad you didn't place sex to a drink, but the fact that people think women only drink fruity drinks. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I used to be that dude bro who was like, oh, you're drinking your girlfriend's drink, are you? Here's your Zima. Back when Zima was a thing. But, don't be a dick. I mean, that's just the basic rule in general to get through life in general is just don't be a dick. Just don't be a dick. Let people enjoy their drinks. There's nothing wrong with that. Or I guess there's nothing wrong with drinking your drink the way you want to drink your drink. If you want to have it with I don't know, if you want it garnished with a penis lollipop, enjoy it. Whatever. If that's all they got, use it to stir up your drink. Who cares? I mean, really, it's just a drink. I mean, calm down. People so tied up with their image and worried about what people think of them. If they, oh my goodness, they tell somebody that they dress nicely, and oh my God, does that make me gay? No, it doesn't make you gay. Relax. God, such toxic notions in this world. Imagine how much better this world would be if guys could look at other guys and say, you know what? You look good today, dude. Nice job dressing yourself. You look sharp. You're a handsome sumbitch. I mean, how much better this world would be? But guys can't do that to other guys. Guys can't look at other guys and go, man, you look good today. Have you lost weight? Nah, because then, oh my gosh, is he hitting on me? Does he want to? Oh, Jesus. I am so glad that I'm married. So glad that I'm married and I don't have to worry about any of that crap. I don't have to worry about complimenting people anymore. I don't have to worry about complimenting people or being nice or doing nice things or anything like that. I've served my time. I did the things I had to do to trick somebody into marrying me. I don't have to be nice anymore. She's in bed. She's okay. Yeah, she can't hear. She might be able to hear me. I don't know. I probably ought to keep my voice down a little bit so as to not get beat up. Bourbon Bounty's in the house. Cheers, Bourbon Bounty. Welcome to the party. Glad to have you here. Absolutely glad to have you here. Vodka by itself, I do like drinks with vodka in them. Uh, we now know Umble's ex-girl or wife hooked up with a room. Oh. um. Oh Lord. Okay. No comment necessary. You watched a really good video. The age will go Godzilla. I wasn't expecting that. Godzilla versus grizzly bear? Oh, I'm sorry. Gorilla versus grizzly. Gorilla versus grizzly bear. Holy shit. Okay, I didn't read that right the first time. Gorilla versus grizzly bear. Um, a bear versus a yeah. The bear would absolutely win. I want to see that video. Dustin, drop the link to if that video is on YouTube, drop it in chat because I want to see that later. Um, you know what, Bacon? I think you're right. I think kangaroos do lecture people about veganism at bars. I think you're right about that because I have it on fairly good authority that most kangaroos are not only vegan, but they also go to CrossFit, which makes them even bigger douchebags than you thought they were. Um, me personally, I like to short circuit the vegan conversation that you inevitably get at bars by telling people that I too am a vegan, but I don't require my food to be vegan because that would be imposing my worldview on my food, and that would be very classist and speciest of me. Uh, so I don't require my beef and pork to be vegan when I eat it, but it would be better if it was. But if it's not, that's okay because I appreciate its identity and let it be who it wants to be when I eat it. Um, and that usually ends the vegan conversation pretty quick. I don't. I appreciate their commitment to the lifestyle, but I do not. Yeah, that's not for me. Not even remotely close. I like my salad uh, tucked onto beef patty and sandwiched in between soft crouton pillows. And I really do prefer my salad just to be lettuce and tomatoes with a little bit of cheese, dressed with A1 and mustard dressing. Um, don't think anyone enjoys vodka. I don't know. See, that's a good point. I don't know if people enjoy vodka by itself. I think people mostly drink vodka to get there. You know, they. It's like a bus trip. You don't enjoy the bus trip. You just enjoy the destination. You're on the bus. You're not on the bus because you enjoy the trip. You're on the bus because you need to get somewhere. You don't need to get somewhere right away, but you need to get somewhere eventually. Soon, preferably sooner than you would have gotten there if you'd have driven yourself. That's probably where the analogy breaks down. But you're not on the bus because you're enjoying it. If you enjoyed the travel, you'd be on an airplane, fly first class with pillows and stuff, and a hand job. But you're on the bus, so you might get leered at and groped, but you're absolutely there just to get to the destination, and no frills, no fanciness. It's like the Spirit Airlines of drinks. Uh, it's gonna nickel and dime you all the way to your destination and offer you a credit card while you're in the air. But you're literally on the plane just to get to where you're going. You are you are strapped to the wall, so to speak. Um, Four basic cocktail categories: sours, fizzes, old fashions, and three parters. Interesting categories of mixed drinks there. Because, yeah. And, like I said before, like cocktail has a specific definition associated with it. And now we use the word cocktail as kind of a generic term to cover mixed drinks, because that would be a mixed drink, that'd be a mixed drink, that would be a cocktail, these would be probably a mixed drink. Because, probably Long Island iced tea would fall in that three-parter, but it is definitely at least 4 parts. Maybe it falls into the punch, the fizz. I don't know. And that's, that the lore and the allure of cocktails never really appealed to me, because you can just like, people try to define it and stuff like that. I guess apple juice and cinnamon and whiskey would fall into the fizz category. It just doesn't have any fizz. If you turn it into apple cider or sparkling apple juice, then it would be a fizz, I suppose. But it doesn't really fall into any of those. Nor does our Colonel Angus cocktail, which is lemonade and peppermint. That's not an old-fashioned style cocktail. It's close to an old-fashioned. But it doesn't fall into any of those categories. It's just a mixed drink. It's just a delightful mixed drink. And we call them cocktails, but they're not cocktails. Not in the technical sense, I suppose. But, again, just enjoy your damn drink. Just enjoy yourself. That's what's important. Just enjoy yourself. Anyway, the more likely I won't drink it by themselves. That's a good point. That's another good reason to have a cocktail or mixed drinks, is to mask the flavor and aroma, especially of the alcohol itself. Because for a lot of people, the aroma is the turnoff. Hey, Jay, there's something wrong with you. Skip the middleman fillers. Yeah. And you see, that's generally the way I enjoy my drinks. I don't really have. I don't want to sit there and shake and do all the stuff. I mean, I guess when you start breaking out apparatuses and stuff like that, like pulling out a blender, pulling out things like that, and then you gotta you gotta understand the ratios and mixes, because now you got ice that's being crushed up, and you're using more ice, so you got to use more alcohol, and yeah, it's too damn much thinking after the 4th or 5th drink. I'm just 2 ounces of drink is all that I really need. TAH rye. TAH. Are you talking about Taramuro or that TAH? Bourbon Bounty, you gotta tell me what TAH rye is. I need more information there, because I'm curious. Tell my secret's bacon. We're gonna have to scroll up and see what. Oh, Maddie enjoys vodka straight. Okay, that's fair. You'll love me when I first started learning to mix. First thing I did was make mixes that mimic non-alcoholic drinks. And margaritas and Manhattans are simple. I'm simple these days. Yep. Manhattan is basically whiskey and vermouth. That's it. Martini is vodka or gin. You have gin martini or vodka martini. I think gimlet is gin and onions. The little onion, cocktail onion garnish. Not 100% sure. Gimlet, I think, is the gin martini with the onion. But basically, a Manhattan's a double shot of whiskey with some vermouth. basically. There's probably some other stuff to it, but I don't remember so much. I bet if I scroll down, Top Shelf Dustin has already answered that question because y'all are having a very I don't even think I'm needed at this point. Y'all can just have your little conversation and chat, and I can sit here and have my drink and just read to myself, probably. Um, Now there it is. Bacon answered it. Looky there. Whiskey, vermouth, and bitters. You throw bitters in a Manhattan. Okay. Use orange bitters as aromatic bitters in part because I also like to use that stuff for triple sec and margaritas. Oh, very cool. Cranberry juice. That's what it is. It's not cherry. It's cranberry juice. Thank you, sunflowers. Cosmopolitan is a vodka, cranberry juice, lime juice, and triple sec combined in a cocktail shaker. And see, that's another one. That's another one of those drinks that guys will order a Cosmo and just get shit bagged for it all night. Oh, you're drinking a girl drink. What are you gonna be catching tonight? Are you gonna be? And see, the funny thing is, when the dude bros give the dude shit about being, you know, the bitch of the night or whatever the shit they're gonna like. No, whatever. It's just silly. The repression among dude bros just cracks me up sometimes. Um, that sounds like a very sweet, delightful drink. Cranberry juice, lime juice, and triple sec is sounds like a delightful drink. I think actually no, I don't think I've ever had uh, a Cosmo. I don't drink a lot of martini drinks. Those martini glass drinks. I don't drink a lot of them. I think the only thing that I've had is a proper martini. I've had Manhattans, and I've had a uh, uh, tequila martini. Just because I wanted a double shot of tequila, but I didn't want to pay for a double shot of tequila, so I bought a tequila martini instead. um, Proportion like the area code 212. Hey, Mike McClune, welcome to the party. Cheers, my friend. Good to have you in the house. I am super duper tired. I just realized that I am like tired. I slept pretty okay last night. So check it out. I spent Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night in the I think you might have seen I posted a picture, I think, on in our post on the YouTubes. I was at Enchanted Rock in Central Texas. Enchanted Rock. Um, I'll talk about this next week or the week after when I introduce the Lone Star Trail through hike expedition that's being sponsored by the Old Humble Distilling Company. But Enchanted Rock is a giant granite basilith that sticks out of Central Texas, just outside of Fredericksburg, about 15 miles outside of Fredericksburg. Just this giant granite outcrop, a big giant basilith. Pink granite, 430 feet elevation. It's an eighth of a mile hike to the summit, which means it goes up a foot every. Excuse me, goes up a foot every 10 feet of trail, and it's not like a steady climb. It's like goes up and then it kind of curves off. So the early stages is really steep, and the top stages is kind of flat. But it is absolutely gorgeous country out there. Absolutely gorgeous country. It does not look like it is. It's about 4 hours outside of Houston, and it looks nothing like Houston. We're on the Gulf Coast Plain out here, and it's kind of flat. We're in the we're at the south end of the East Texas piney woods and the north end of the Gulf Coast. So we've got this transitional flat woodlands that gives way to flat coastal land out here. And we don't have rocks. We don't have elevation. We don't have things that go up and down. Except overpasses and bridges. That's it. That's the only thing we have that goes up and down. You get out here towards Austin, San Antonio, Fredericksburg, the wine country, the Central Texas wine country, and now you're talking about parts of the state that they just can't make up their damn mind if they want to go up or down or up or down. And it was stunning, absolutely gorgeous. But I spent Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday night sleeping on a waffle mattress that's about that thick. A little waffle mattress that's that thick, and a blanket on top of that, with a sleeping bag on top of that. And in this part of the state, it was dropping down into the 40s at night. So I was inside a one-man hiking tent on a waffle mattress that's that thick with a blanket on top of it. I had a hoodie, but I wasn't wearing it because it wasn't consistently cold inside the tent. And then walls that were thin little nylon walls from my tent. Stars, millions. The stars at night were big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. It was just unbelievable. I shit you not. Looked absolutely amazing. You can see the Seven Sisters deep space object. We could see Andromeda. We could see, once the moon set, you could see Orion. You could see Mars. You could see Gemini, like all the constellations. Out here in the suburbs of Houston, you look into the sky and you can see like maybe a dozen stars. But man, going out there, breathing the clean air. Get up at 5 in the morning. You go on it was a 3/4 mile hike from the campground kitchen, where we had the kitchen set up, to the tents where the tents were set up, and halfway in between the tents and the kitchen was the bathroom. So we get up in the morning, you got to hike a half mile to take a dump. Good times. It sounds dreadful if you say it out loud, but good Lord, the official whiskey of campfires, cookouts, good times, good friends. Man, these are the experiences and the times that I really, really enjoy, being able to sit down with a group of other guys, sit around a campfire, and just pass a bottle of whiskey around the campfire. It was a good time. It was a really good time. I can't wait till February when I do the Lone Star Trail, the through hike. The Lone Star Trail is a 96-mile hike through the Sam Houston National Forest here in Texas, just north of Houston, and it is going to be an adventure, to say the least. 8 days hiking, camping. You got a bottle of Eagle Rare? They're good. I wouldn't put that in a cocktail. That tastes pretty okay by itself. It's a cocktail made of rum, curacao, curacao liqueur, Oregot syrup, and lime juice. Yes, and I've got blue curacao up there. I think there's white curacao too. I've never had a Mai Tai in a clear container. I don't know if it's blue. I don't know if it's entirely blue. If it has blue curacao in it, if it's fully blue. But those fruity rum drinks, I can tolerate them being blue. I can tolerate that, but but yeah, that's one of the exceptions. I do know that vodka goes in a Bloody Mary sunflowers. I am well aware of that. But this was an attempt to try something different. I didn't have any vodka on hand. And this particular Bloody I just wanted to see what happened with using whiskey instead of vodka. And the answer to was goose. Okay. What the hell is test? 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think whatever's going on, I think it got fixed. Maybe I had a button being pushed. Okay. I think it looks like it's fixed. I saw um, problems. Anyway, Club Dirty. You make some strange combination drinks. Um, thank you. So 10:51. Where are we at? Oh shit, that was like 30 minutes ago. But I think I moved it. That was about when I moved the microphone. I think I fixed it. Um, uh, have I like officially fixed it? I think I've officially fixed it. The this was in my pocket, but I think the problem was that the microphone was up here and it was too close to my mouth. Uh, but I hope I fixed it. I hope I fixed it at the time. Signed up bartenders at the place I go to are now in their earlier mid-20s. Hired guns for sure, but decent at it. Socially calibrated. Occupations. Sorry. It's 40 minutes behind chat. Did I kill the broadcast? No, I didn't kill the broadcast. Gonna be a hot minute. A demographic way up above my bartender comment. Okay. Maker Shaker. Let's open this in a new window and see what we got here. Oh, it's a YouTube video. All right, hold on. I'm going to have to see what this YouTube video is before I actually watch it or put it into the broadcast because I don't want any copyright hits. Thank you. Maker Shake. Oh, no, it's not. It was just coming out. Your robotic bartender? My wife showed me this. Oh, yeah, my wife showed me this. Let's get onto the other main camp scene. Let's get this open here. Sources, Wheel of Doom. Give me Maker Shaker. There it is, Maker Shaker, your robotic bartender. This thing. Okay, good. This thing is basically a robot that makes drinks badly. um, it's a robotic arm. It's like the space shuttle's arm, or one of those robots that does the car assembly, auto assembly from Ford or Chevy or whatever. This is what happens when you are bad at assembling cars. They send you out to start making mixed drinks. No, I'm perfectly fine with just a whiskey on the rocks. Thank you, though. Thank you. I appreciate that, but I am good with a whiskey on the rocks. I bet the robotic bartender could do that. Uh, but I bet it could also rise up and kill us all. Just another machine putting low wage workers out of business. Um, don't forget to subscribe. The more people who subscribe, the better my microphone is. Good night, Mike. Rant about blood with Old Humble. Jesus. Um, a Merlot at a bar and added lime juice to it. Lime and a Merlot. Hmm. Lime and a Merlot. That's an interesting combo. Let's see here. Your clothes match today? Jesus. That's so gay. That's a callback. What? Um, Twisted's in the house. Cheers, Twisted. Welcome to the party. Twisted's TikTok famous. She's got over 1,000 subscribers on TikTok. How many subscribers you have these days on TikTok, Twisted? I have to look you up real quick. See what I can see. Come on. TWISTED. Twisted on TikTok. How many subscribers you got? 1,900. See, that's obscene. I'm kidding. It's not that obscene. I've almost topped 1,000 subscribers on my TikTok, mostly because I pick on fascists. Uh, every time, like when I do whiskey videos on TikTok, people are like, "Ah, that's cool. That's nice. That's adorable. That's cute. A couple hundred people, blah blah blah." But when I come out and say, "You fascists suck," like I get like 150 new subscribers, and 3,000 views or whatever. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Like, what did my last fascist suck video do? Let me see. Um, Oh no, community guideline violation. I got a community guideline violation for saying that fascists suck? That sucks. Harassment and bullying. Pussies. I guess I'll just have to appeal that. Appeal. Abusive behavior. So the abusive behavior was me saying, if you get offended for being called a fascist, you should quit being a fascist. That was the abusive behavior. Or maybe it's a different video. Let me go back. Let me see if I can find the proper video. Is that one? Where's the one? I'm looking for one specifically. Calm down, relax, don't go far. 4,111. That's what it is. 4,111 views on the ones where I like. If you don't want to be, if you get offended being called a fascist, don't be a fascist. But when I do stuff like this is the, this is a cocktail, blah 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 blah, like 200 views. So I mean, come on. If this is how you're going to reward me, TikTok, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cause trouble. Anyway, on we go. But yeah, cheers, Twisted. Welcome to the party. Glad to see you here. One of my favorite TikTokers, truly. And I'm in 970. Look at that, 970 in the TikTok world. Where's it at? Can you see that? That's fuzzy. You just take my word for it. 970. I went from neck and neck with my YouTube account to TikTok taking off, and today we're at what? Oh, we were at 850. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. Not you guys, obviously. I mean, the people who deserve that message aren't watching, but they can suck a butthole. We'll get back up to 850, 860, somewhere in that neighborhood by the end of the week. I'm not worried about it. Let's see here. Joe's rant for his cat is Joe's rant for this is drink whatever the fuck you enjoy drinking. That is 100% correct. Drink whatever the fuck you enjoy drinking, whichever way the fuck you enjoy drinking it, as long as it's with your mouth. There are wrong ways to drink booze. And the wrong way to drink booze is any hole other than your drink hole. You pour booze in your drink hole. That's how it goes. I mean, you can pour in whatever else you want, but it's like dangerous. Keep having to approve her comments. Just so you know, if you're ordering shots of Fireball, people like me do judge you, but that's our problem, not yours. That's our problem, not yours. That's the important thing to remember. When people judge you about what you drink, that's their problem. It's always their problem, not your problem. I love that. He's a secondhand veganism argument, so all my food eats plants, but that's a good one too. Nick Nepper's in the house. Cheers, Nick. How far behind in chat am I? Oh, I'm only 20 minutes behind in chat. I'll catch up. As long as y'all don't send me off on a tangent, I'll catch up on chat pretty quick. Okay, see, this is the other thing that I have, the other issue that I have with cocktails. You've got one Crown Royal, peach liqueur, vodka, pineapple juice, cranberry juice. I mean, you're talking about that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 ingredients right there. At least 6 ingredients in a cocktail. That's just too much shit. That's too much work. That's too much shit. You can't drink that at home because you don't have you don't have 2 different types of alcohol. You don't have peach liqueur. You don't just have pineapple juice laying around. You don't just have cranberry juice laying around. You don't have white, whatever the fuck that is. I guess it's white cranberry juice. Is that white cranberry juice? You just don't have that shit laying around. You don't just have that stuff laying around. And you're talking about these cocktails that take like 8 different ingredients. 8 different ingredients? Who has 8 cocktail ingredients just laying around their house? You have grenadine and amaretto and sweet and sour and orange juice and Bailey's. Actually, that would be dreadful. Orange juice and cranberry juice and vodka and a different kind of vodka and throw in a rum and then you got and then it makes one drink. One drink for all that shit? Are you kidding me? All that fucking work? I could have had 8 shots of whiskey in the time it took you to... You missed the entire fucking quarter of the football game. You missed the entire damn quarter making that abomination or whatever the fuck you're making in the trash can out back. Nobody wants to drink your booze out of a fucking trash can. For God's sakes, just pour a damn drink and move on with your life. And if I'm the one at the bar, all I want is a Shiner draft, and you're up there like getting the and it's like 45 minutes to make your fucking drink, and all I want is a beer, that bar's going to lose a customer, and it's your fault. But, you know, again, enjoy your drink. It's cool. It's your drink. It's cool. And no bacon. I would not want a classically poured absinthe inside a mojito because absinthe tastes like ass. I don't like absinthe. There's a reason that this bottle of absinthe has not been touched since the absinthe episode of our happy hour. That bottle has not been touched, and it's not going to be touched because that's just absolute crap. TH whiskey is handmade from grain glass, meaning the whole process. TH whiskey. Are you talking about TAH Are you talking about Tawakara whiskey? Is that what you're talking about? Tawakaro? The one that looks like... Fuck, that's Total Wine. Stop it. Are you talking about this? Tawakaro? Maddie? I've met those guys. They're cool guys. Anyway. Oh, yeah, there it is. If I scroll down a little bit, Tawakaro. Yeah, made right here in Texas. Tawakaro. I thought that might be what you were talking about. I wasn't sure if you meant TAH, so it was an acronym for something else, or Tawakaro, that whiskey. Yeah. Your husband and I just were pre-approved for a home loan. You know, my life has been like that. That is awesome news. Congratulations, Twisted. Congratulations. You're moving on with your life. I know this has been a challenging couple of years for you. So I'm very proud. I'm very proud for you and very happy for you. Congratulations. Yeah, Tabakaro is some cool guys. Some very very cool guys. Um, and I think I was at the whiskey festival, one of the whiskey festivals where they won the award. I was attending. I wasn't presenting. Um, but yeah, they're cool guys. I think they're a part of the Texas Whiskey Trail, if I recall. I clapped and sang with you. What? um, I need to know what that. I don't remember. um, oh, the stars at night. Gotcha, gotcha. I have to think back to what I was talking about 15 minutes ago to know what the fuck y'all are talking about now. 20 minutes ago. This is y'all don't know how challenging this is. When I get behind on chat and I go off on my random asides over here, and then I gotta go. Well, I go off on my random asides over here, and then I gotta go back to chat, and I'm scrolling back through chat, and like the comments that I'm reading are 15 minutes behind, and then I come up to the new comments that are 15 minutes after those comments, and I got to remember what I was talking about 15 minutes ago and match up the new comment with that, and like y'all don't understand how much of a challenge this is sometimes. At least I don't think y'all understand how much. Y'all got to appreciate the work that I put in, the mental gymnastics that it requires to keep my shit under control over here. Anyway, anywho, um, I can keep my various threads of conversations going, and like just keep strumming at them and plucking at them like it's a harp. Just la 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 la. Anyway, where were we? I make a steak, 2 egg and salsa burrito the other day. Oh, the video. Yeah, cool. Dude, that sounds steak, chicken, shrimp, green pepper, onion, 2 egg and salsa. Mm. Are you flirting with me? Damn, that sounds good, baby. Whoo. Um, mm, Send me the recipe, please. I'll put it on my channel soon. Need to eat very healthy now. Yeah. Sure if eat pineapple. I'm not sure if you can eat pineapple because of type 2 diabetes. Pineapple and salsa probably won't hurt much. Just enough to get flavor. Sadly, just start out. Actually, I was at 8:53 at about 7:45 this evening. My high point today was 8:53 because I had a short that popped off. I mean, I'm not sweating it. I was at 8:23 this morning. But I had a short that popped off this evening with 9,000 or so views. Let me see what it was. Where we're at right now. 9,400 views is where we're at right now. So yeah, I'm not sweating it. This is a good day for the channel. I'm happy. And if we continue at the pace that we're at, we'll pass 1,000 by the end of November, and I will beat the piss out of a kangaroo. Or I'll fight a kangaroo. I don't know if I'll beat the piss out of him, but I'll definitely fight a kangaroo. So there you go. Anyone see that plant that was wired to a robotic arm holding a machine? What? Bimbo Barbarella's in the house. Hey, Bimbo Barbarella, congratulations on your ink. Cheers. Cheers for the party. Welcome to you. A plant that was wired to a robotic arm holding machete? So the robotic arm was holding machete, the plant was wired to it? Was the plant controlling the robotic arm? Or was it just like, oh. No, I haven't seen that video. I haven't seen the story about that. I have no idea what you're talking about. Sounds pretty cool though. More than he who shall not be named. What? Who shall not be named? Well, you can't tell me. Oh well, okay. I probably don't know who it is, so it doesn't matter. Sunflowers with a blank comment. How do you do that? This rant comment was supposed to be chat, not cat. Yeah, don't drink with your butt. That's generally, it's dangerous, is what I mean. You could do tampon shots, butt shots with a tampon soaked in vodka and put them up your butt, but it's not healthy. It's not safe. It's dangerous, is what I mean, because the lining of your colon will absorb alcohol into your system faster than if you drink it, and you can do some serious damage that way. You can get alcohol poisoning that way. So it's not recommended. It's not recommended at all. It's legitimately, genuinely, seriously recommended not to do it. It's strongly advised against doing such things. The appropriate way to drink alcohol is through your mouth hole there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. There's no wrong way to drink it. You can drink it neat on the rocks in a cocktail with friends. Better with friends, is my personal opinion. There's no wrong way to do it unless you're doing it other than here. That's it. You don't pour it in your ear. You don't pour it in your butt. You don't. I mean, so there you go. You can judge me if you want. My friend on YouTube to order whatever I want, however I want it. Exactly. Like I said, we'll judge you, but judging you is our problem, not your problem. You don't need to worry about it. Just drink whatever the fuck you want. We'll judge you. We'll judge the fuck out of you. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If I'm doing a tasting and I see you come into Specs and you're like, no, I don't want to sample, and you go off into the whiskey aisle and you stand there for 45 minutes looking at labels and considering in bottles and blah, 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 shopping, and then you walk out with a bottle of Ezra Williams or Jack Daniels or some other Tennessee or Kentucky rot gut shit, goddamn right I'm judging you. You spent 45 minutes in a liquor store and you walk out with a $12 bottle of whiskey. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're looking at bottles of whiskey, reading the labels, considering your options, thinking about what you're going to buy, and then you just shrug your shoulders and grab whatever plastic bottle rot gut shit you can find. Damn right I'm judging you. I'm judging the shit out of you because you have poor decision-making skills. But fuck me. Don't worry about me. Drink whatever you want. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. But I mean, just know the whole store is looking at you going, what the fuck did that guy come in here for? Why has he been here for 40 minutes? You don't have to try to get You don't have to try for Jack. You don't have to try for Megan. You don't have to try for Ezra or any of these. You don't have to try. You don't have to put any effort into that. That is a autopilot habitual decision of when you just shrug your shoulders and go, whatever. And you literally get whatever. You just reach out your hand, close your eyes, wave, and whatever falls into your hand, you just go off and do it. But, again, like I said, that's my problem, not yours. I could judge the shit out of you. That's on me, not you. You don't have to worry about me. Enjoy your drink. If you pouring misery down your throat is how you have a good time, well then, by God, pour misery down your throat and have a good time. Don't mind me. Oh, white was a designation for white cranberry instead of red cranberry juice. 5 ingredients is still too damn many ingredients. It's just too damn much work. It's too much work for recreation. If you had to go outside and build a gazebo every time you wanted to hang out in your backyard and relax in the shade, you would not go out in your backyard and relax in the shade. That's just too damn much work. I said what I said. By gum. Rah! Get off my lawn, you damn kids. Oh, Lord. Plants all died. Okay, so I undeleted that, Matt. Sorry. I was curious what it said. Then I realized I am. Oh, Bimbo, I'm sure you're a ray of sunshine in those plants. Sad, short, miserable lives. More bottles. One such cocktail was made with many ingredients to make money. More ingredients equals more bottles for customers to buy. Otherwise, go out to bars and restaurants and order drinks. Yep. What are some of the worst cocktails, mixed drinks I've had? That is a good question. I'm glad you asked there, Christina, or Sunflowers. Worst cocktails that I've had, margaritas. Because they are easy to make if you know how to make them. And unfortunately, they're so popular at restaurants. Most restaurants have pre-made machines that make margaritas for them, so they just take a pull off the machine to pour your margarita. So they're not made to order, they're made in a giant vat of margaritas, which means they're made with mixes, they're made with cheap tequila, they're made in bulk, their ice is thrown into the mix. Sometimes they're frozen, sometimes they're not, and you get a really inconsistent margarita from restaurant to restaurant to restaurant. And God help you if you order one on the rocks, because these poor people don't know how to make a fucking margarita. They're simple to make. It's tequila, sweet sour, triple sec, shaken, rocks, salted rim. It's not complicated. But these fuckers think that they have these special recipes that were handed down for 6 generations from Abuelita to Abuelita, and they come up with their roses lime juice and their Chardonnay or lemonade or fresh squeezed lime or whatever it is that they want to put in the margarita, and they think it's like people in chili competitions. They think they've done a thing to make a basic standard recipe better, but all they've done is fuck up something that Wolf Brand chili already does really, really, really well, and they don't come close. Sure, maybe they swap out the beef for venison. Maybe they use beans, maybe they don't use beans. Maybe they make it thicker, maybe they make it thinner, but and the net result is you can just show up to a competition with a big old can of Wolf Brand chili with beans, drop it in your crock pot, toss the chili out, stir it up, heat it up, serve it up. You win the damn competition, because most of these ding dongs out there think they're doing something awesome, but all they've done is made it too hot, made it too hot, made the meat too spicy, made the meat too bland, or just made the whole mix runny. And it's the same thing with margaritas. They go out there, they've either made it too sweet, too sour, too whatever it is that they've done to it. They haven't improved the original basic recipe of cheap to moderately good tequila, sweet and sour mix, triple sec, salted rim, shake it, pour it on the rocks, done. It's not fucking complicated. But these people they think they've got a secret, but their secret is they just make shitty margaritas. And they've made shitty margaritas for decades. But they don't know any better because that's the only margaritas they ever eat or drink, because they think, this is how you and then they pour it for their friends, and their friends go, oh, that's really good. And they never finish their drinks. And their friends go off and start drinking beer. Instead of having a second cocktail, they start drinking beer. And they never really understand why their friends don't want to have a second cocktail. It's because you make a shitty cocktail. That's why, Juan, you're going and making your great-grandma's stupid recipe for stupid margaritas when you didn't realize that the original recipe for margarita was the good recipe for margarita. You just screwed it up. Nobody wants Chardonnay in their margarita. You don't need to add lime juice to the sweet and sour mix. It already has lime juice in it. You don't need to add more lemons. It already has lemon in it. All you need to do is add the tequila, add the triple sec, and shake it up. It's easy, really easy. You can't fuck this up unless you try. And what do y'all do? You try. You put in effort. And the net result is you show up to a rock fight and ruin it. You know how hard it is to ruin a rock fight? You know how hard it is to ruin a rock fight, Marco? Look, you don't have to put in that kind of effort. All you got to do, tequila. It doesn't even have to be good tequila. You can use the white Jose Cuervo, the really cheap stuff. Sweet and sour, tequila, triple sec. Salt the rim, add the ice, shake a, pour. Here's your margarita, sir. That's it. That's it. That is it. And some of the goddamn war crimes that people have passed me at a bar. It's hard to explain. It really is hard to explain. I mean, for God's sakes, I live in Texas. You know how many Mexicans live in Houston? Houston, the city alone. At least a million. At least a million people of Mexican heritage in the city of Houston. We got 6.5 million, 7 million people in our metro area. Probably closer to 3 or 4 million people of Latin American descent here in the city of Houston. You know how hard it is to get a good fucking margarita in this city? Should not be that complicated. It should not be that hard. But you know what? For some inexplicable reason, you go to a random bar in the city of Houston, you say, I'd like a margarita on the rocks. And you watch them trying to make a fucking margarita, and it's like giving a donkey a sewing machine. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They have not the slightest damn clue. And that is possibly the saddest thing that I've ever witnessed in my city, in my state. That's the worst cocktail I've ever had. That's probably not like the worst, like the most abominable thing that people have ever poured. Because, there's the bar mat pours and stuff like that. There's the the vomit comet pours that they intentionally try to make you throw up, like you've been drinking whiskey all night, and they give you some kind of whiskey cream vodka concoction that the vodka and cream is going to curdle in your stomach and make you toss. Like, those are just nasty. The dare drinks. The dare drinks are just pure nasty, but they're intended to be nasty. The worst drinks aren't the dare drinks that are intended to be nasty. The worst drinks are the ones that are so simple, so hard to screw up, and yet a good enterprising bartender can sit down and figure out a way to screw it. It's like messing up a beer. Screwing up a margarita is like screwing up a beer. How do you screw up a beer? I don't know, but it takes dedication to your craft to screw up a beer. The same kind of dedication that it takes to screw up a margarita. And I'm telling you, most of you bartenders out there who have a family recipe of margaritas, you need to take that recipe and throw in the trash, and then round up anybody who knows about that recipe and make them pinky swear not to tell anybody that recipe goes to their grave, because those recipes do not need to be out in the public, because they do not improve the basic standard tequila, sweet and sour, triple sec, salted rim on the rocks, done and done. Garnish with a lime and quit trying to make it better, because you can't. You can't. Just do what needs to be done. Make it simple. Worst drinks I've had, bad margaritas, because they're so absolutely hard to fuck up. So hard to fuck up. That's like messing up a margarita is like asking for a shot of whiskey and getting a shot glass full of ice with a little bit of whiskey in it. Like, simplest damn drink. And yet people figure out a way to mess it up. A whiskey sour. Like a traditional whiskey sour, the handmade sour mix, those are pretty. But messing up a margarita, man, why? Don't do that. Just stop with. Ugh. Enough about that. You people get me all wound up. We have lines that should not be crossed. And a simple margarita is a line that should not be crossed. That was my favorite drink when I was a kid. I'd go into a bar and I'd drink margaritas all night. If you found a bartender who could make a basic, simple margarita, man, I drank shit tons of tequila when I was a kid. Between the shots and the margaritas, I drank a lot of tequila when I was a kid. But you find a bartender that can't make a margarita, and it's just sad. And you always got to watch them. The first drink you order a margarita, you got to watch them make that margarita. Make sure they're doing it right. And if they do it wrong, you accidentally spill it and just start drinking beers. I'm not gonna play this game. You're bad at what you do. That's fine. It's fine. Be bad at what you do. Give me a cooler of beers and just keep them coming. That's fine. So disappointing, though. So absolutely disappointing. It is a traditional Latin American Mexican drink. And we have such a high population of people in the state of Texas and the city of Houston specifically, from Mexico and Latin America in general. And it is remarkably hard to find a good margarita. Even if you go to the Mex places, like Mama Ninfa's. Well, Mama Ninfa's has a really good margarita. I don't want to diss on Mama Ninfa's. But you go to a place like Ruggio's or Roofie. The place is actually called Roofie's. It's ROUFI''S. I don't know if that place is still in business. There was an old, like, greasy burrito place that had a full bar. Not La Familia, La Ranchero, La. La Hacienda, places like this. Legit Mexican Mexican families owned these places, like legit ethnic Mexican restaurants, and frozen margaritas, and you go to the bar and you order a margarita and the bartender doesn't make it right. It's just like, man, so demoralizing. Like, y'all should know better. Just hit me with a Dos Equis. Whatever. Yeah, but that easily the worst cocktails, worst mixed drinks I've ever had. The worst ones are the most disappointing ones. Like there's plenty of them that are designed to be bad. They're designed to be gross. They're just gross shots. They're vomit shots, whatever you want to call them. Those, yeah, it's fine, whatever. Whiskey and cream and whatever other shit you want to throw in there. But simple drinks that they just fuck up, yeah, those are the worst cocktails, without question. Without question. Um, so yeah, there you go. Plants all died in my house through the darkness. I opened up the line. There, you repost it. Um, uh, take notes when chatting on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter. Um, look this up now, please. Okay, let's see what we got. Open a new window. All right, so y'all are watching me watch a houseplant control a machete-wielding robotic arm for science. Okay. Let's get this. Don't go anywhere, chat. Let's get this chat window open, or this main cam window open over here. Thank you, Cambot. Wheel of Doom and Glory. Page is IFL Science. IFL Science. IFL stands for I fucking love science. They're a great channel for almost authoritative science stuff. Okay. So this is the machete. In case you weren't aware, let's make this a little bit bigger so I can read it from a distance with my old eyes. Thank you. Hello. It's updating. Looking to. Okay, it's the font is getting larger so that I can see. In case you weren't aware, plants can control robots now, like anything else. With nerves, plants produce. There we go. Plants produce tiny electrical signals that indicates that intricate sensors. Okay, that's good. That intricate sensors can capture. Close you. Yeah. And turn in inputs. Now, with a bit of imagination, you can see how that leafy cyborg uprising could begin. Oh, fucking awesome. Look at kickstart that uprising. David Bowen. I didn't ask you. Thank you. With machetes, science happens rage and swinging. What happens next is a chaotic display of rage and swinging mayhem. Oh, please tell me more. It's going to load the video. Can we make it bigger? If I make this full screen, will that fill up the box to my, does that fill up, am I frozen? No, I'm not frozen. Okay. Yeah, it should fill up the box in just a second. This is going to be fucking awesome. Come on. It's taking a second to load because my CPU is working heavy. Movements, joints of industrial robot holding machine. Essentially, the plant is the brain of the robot controlling the machete, determining how it swings, jabs, slices, and interacts with space. Oh, okay. We're gonna give it a second to load. All right, I'm gonna give it a second to load. I'm gonna watch it. I'm still give it a second to load. Will it load? Is it coming up? I don't know if we're gonna be able to watch this video, kids. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to watch it just yet. Okay, I'm gonna minimize the window. Oh, we'll come back to it. We'll see if it loads in the background. There it is. Oh fuck. Wait. No, wait. It's just jabbing and swinging and stuff. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Can we restart it? Okay, super lagging. I have like 6. I think it's behind by like 6 commands. It's gonna catch up. I gotta wait for the screen to catch up is what I gotta wait for. Alright. Come back to you. We'll let this keep running for a minute. Alright, we'll let that go. I'm gonna come over here to my main cam sequence one more time. With chat. There we go. And bring up my chat box. There we go. All right. We'll come back to that in a second. Sunflowers. Cosmo is 5, not 6. 5 is still too damn many ingredients. I don't care. Barney from The Simpsons was wrong when he told the Duff truck to inject the beer directly into his veins. Yes, I am saying exactly that. Barney was wrong. You should not inject beer directly into your veins. Stop judging my 53 bottle 750 of Jack Daniels Tennessee bottle of Jack Daniels. um, I probably ought to. Yeah, the margarita rant goes down. I'm going to edit down the margarita rant too. Old Humble rants, a whole series of rants. The margarita rant. Rant. Where are we at in the show? Just out of curiosity. We are at about 2 hours in. That's a good one. Okay. Approximately 2 hours. Okay. I'll find it. I'll post it up. Why are margaritas good? Margaritas are good to me. It's corn. It's a big hunk of knobs. It's got the juice. For me, margaritas are good because they got that combo of sweet and sour. They're sweet and tart. It's the sweet and sour mix that does it for me. The sweet and sour mix does it for me. It is a delightful combination of tart and sweet. Sweet tart. Let's go back to the other cam, see if it's working yet. There it is. Look at the plant wielding a machete. Holy shit. Do they have the blade covered? Or is it just, that's the edge? Okay. Oh. It's just random. It looks like it's just random impulses. It doesn't look like it has, like, it's not doing anything specific. It's just random impulses. Oh, that's freaking awesome. That is awesome. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, sunflowers. I appreciate that. Um, but yeah, that's why I like margaritas. I like the sweet sour. I like the citrusy, the sweetness and the citrusy. I like that. Um, I really do. That's why I like margaritas. I like the salty flavor on the rim, uh, and I like the sweet sour mix to the drink. It's a good combination of flavors to me. Other people may like it for other reasons, but that is why I like it. So there you go. You can't screw up drinking shots of liquor. You'd be surprised. Um, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, tacos and a margarita. Those are the tacos and a margarita are a great combination. There's this place here in town, Chewy's, big as your face burrito. Fantastic margaritas, Tex-Mex. It's a Tex-Mex restaurant. Fantastic margaritas, frozen margaritas at that. But they can make good margaritas on the rocks. They bring them out in a fucking fish bowl like this. Um, great restaurant. Absolutely fantastic place. Started in Austin. They had one in Austin and one in Houston for the longest time. They turned into a chain. But man, they're great. And they have good whiskey in their shop here in Humble. Really good whiskey. Really good whiskey. Um, so yeah, there you go. What flavor of margarita? See, that's the thing. They do have other flavors of margarita. They have like a traditional margarita, strawberry margaritas. You can do margaritas that are watermelon margaritas, and they're sweeter. You get strawberry margaritas are obviously sweeter. Instead of having a salted rim, you have a sugared rim. But yeah, but I mean, there are a whole catalog of ways that people just make margaritas wrong. Using lime juice instead of sweet and sour, using wine. I swear to God, hand to God, there was a place that a bartender just insisted that using wine made the margarita better. I don't remember what kind of white wine it was. It was like Chardonnay or Pinot or some kind of uh, fruity white wine, and it did not make it better. It was so fucking bad. But using lime juice or using lemon juice instead of sweet and sour mix, just assuming that Rose's lime juice was the same as sweet and sour, it's not. They're not the same. They are not the same thing. That's why they have different names. And I will go to my grave on this. Like most of the time, when you find two different things with two different names, it's because they're not the same thing. Now, if it's just two different companies, sometimes it can be the same thing that goes in different bottles, and they have different names. But if you have generally, if it's the same thing in two different bottles from two different companies, they'll still call it the same thing. It just has a different brand. But if you have two different things like lime juice and sweet and sour, they're not the same thing. They're literally called two different things. Sweet and sour, lime juice. Two different fucking things. Like a truck and a car. Well, a truck's not a car and a car's not a truck. Well, they're the same damn thing. No, they're not the same thing. That's why you call one of them a truck and one of them a car. If they were the same thing, you would call them both cars. Or you would call them both trucks. But you're not going to look at a car and go, oh, that's a truck. Somebody's going to look at you and say you're a fucking idiot because that car is clearly not a truck. That car is a car. Why are you trying to make two different things the same thing? They're not the same thing. Rose's lime juice is not the same as sweet and sour. So why are you trying to replace sweet and sour with lime juice in your margarita? It's just not the way margaritas work. You can't just put lime juice in soda water and call it sweet and sour mix because it's neither sweet nor sour. It's just lime juice and soda water. That's not how margaritas are made, you fucking donut. God, these people. It's not hard to make a good margarita. It's not hard to make a good margarita. In fact, average margarita is good. Like the bar is really low. There's no such thing as a spiritually enlightening margarita. There's no such thing as a margarita you can drink and then you will have the secrets of the universe revealed to you. There's no such thing. So there's no upper bound on the scale, right? There's like, it's a good drink, but it's not like a spiritually fulfilling drink. You're not going to drink a margarita and achieve nirvana. You might get drunk if you drink enough of them, but you're not going to achieve nirvana. So like the ceiling isn't particularly high. Right? There's like a line, and there's like good and bad, and that's it. And it's not really hard to clear that line. You just need to follow the fucking instructions. Good margarita. That's it. Checks all the boxes. That's it. Just like that bench is a good bench. Why is it a good bench? Well, because you can sit on it and it doesn't collapse. There you go. That's it. You're not going to sit on a bench and suddenly see the mechanics of the universe and understand why things are how they are and touch the face of God. It's just a fucking bench. You're going to sit on the bench and then you're going to get up and walk off. That's it. So, here's the instructions on how to make a margarita. If you follow the instructions, good margarita. Now, the thing about that is there's no bottom to the depth that can be plumbed by people making bad fucking decisions with their shitty margarita recipes. You can make astonishingly bad margaritas. You can make margaritas that are so bad that people wish they had never been, that they wish their grandparents had never been born. But you don't have to. Because the recipe for a margarita is well published. It's well known. And we have these boxes that attach us to all of the information, all of the collective information of all of humanity since the beginning of recorded fucking history. And you know what's in that box? It's tequila, sweet and sour, triple sec, salted rim, ice, shake it, pour it, serve it, done. That's it. That's it. You don't need to add Tabasco. You don't need to add hot sauce to your margarita. Why would you do that? You don't need to do that. You don't do that. Put it down. You don't need to do that. It doesn't have to come within 30 feet of your margarita. It doesn't. Because you know why? Because it doesn't require hot sauce. In fact, hot sauce doesn't improve your margarita. Spicy margarita mix doesn't improve your margarita. Doesn't. Jalapeno margarita mix does not improve doesn't improve your margarita. I mean, some people like pineapple, some people like strawberry, whatever. Put that in your margarita, it's fine. But I'm not ordering a margarita and expecting pineapple. If I order a pineapple margarita, then I get a pineapple margarita. If I order a strawberry margarita, then I get a strawberry margarita. If I order a spicy margarita, then I get a spicy margarita. But if I order a margarita and you've put spicy, sweet and sour, if you add hot sauce, because this is the way Abuelita used to make it, this is our family's proprietary recipe. Your family has a shitty margarita recipe, and your family needs to not do that anymore. Your family needs to maybe decide on goat herding instead of margarita making as a family occupation, because the family occupation of making margaritas is a bad choice. That's like the Madoff family and accounting. They should not do that anymore. They should not do fund investing and accounting because the family occupation, the Madoff family investment fund, has a bad reputation now. Just like your family's margarita making reputation is terrible because you put hot sauce in your margarita mix, and your margarita mix is shitty when people come and say, I want a margarita, and they drink the margarita and it's spicy, and they go, oh, and they spit it back in the cup and they give it back to you and go, I'll just have beer. Hot sauce in a fucking margarita. Chardonnay in a lime juice in a margarita. Soda water in a margarita. These are things that don't belong in a margarita any more than a goat hoof belongs in a margarita. Who would put a goat hoof in a margarita? Exactly. Who would put a goat hoof in a margarita? Nobody. Nobody would put a goat hoof in a margarita. But soda water, tonic water, Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, some kind of white fucking wine, lime juice, lemon juice. You put lemons in a margarita. Lemons don't belong in a margarita. Margaritas get limes. Houston fucking Texas. Houston fucking Texas. The most diverse city in the entire state of Texas. In an entire state that has a majority minority population. The most diverse city right here, Houston, Texas. 45, 50% Hispanic, probably 20%, 15, 20% of the entire city is first generation Americans, which means their parents were born in Mexico or Central America, other Latin American countries. You telling me it's normal to be that hard to find a fucking margarita in this city? It shouldn't be that complicated. It should not be that hard. And I am immediately suspect. I am immediately suspicious if they come out with a pitcher of margarita, because they did not make those margaritas by hand and pour them in the pitcher and mix them up. They made a giant batch of margarita in a pitcher, like a bunch of fucking college boys at a frat. You telling me Senorita Gonzalez is making Sigma Tau margaritas? No, not a fucking chance. Senorita Gonzalez did not teach you how to make margaritas like that. She taught you how to make them one at a time, and you're making them in a pitcher? Like some kind of backyard frat party? Come on. Don't no. Don't come with that shit. You come into the paint with that, Dikembe is gonna knock you down. You don't belong here. Take your picture of whatever that satanic concoction is that you just came out with and just pour it down the drain. Because I want a margarita. I don't want a picture of whatever shit you're making. I want a margarita. I'm okay with a fishbowl margarita. Put 6 shots in that mother. I'm fine with that. But your abuelita did not teach you how to make margaritas like that. And you're doing it, and she's asking you what you're doing, and she's asking you in Spanish, and you're telling her not to worry about it in Spanish, but you're telling everybody else, this is how we make margaritas. But you're saying that in English because she doesn't speak English. That's how you get away with it, and that's not the right way to make margarita, and you know it. Know it. And you still do it. And that's why margaritas in the city of Houston are some of the most disappointing drinks that you can find. If I can go to Chili's and get a better margarita than you're serving at your authentic Mex-Mex restaurant in the city of fucking Houston, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. And God have mercy on your soul. Anyway, I need a drink. Yeah. That's... Anyway, where was I? Looked it up. Sunflowers posted the link. I can't take credit for that. Sunflowers posted it for us. Golly. I didn't think I gave that much of a shit about margaritas, but apparently I do. I do. Yeah, when Chewy's expanded, they added some stores up in the Dallas market. They put stores all over the place around here. We have one here in Humble. It used to just be the two stores though, the one in Austin and the one in the one on Richmond here in Houston, and they went with private equity and expanded vastly and grew the business very quickly. I think they sold the name, or they sold they sold. I don't remember what it was that they sold exactly, but the investment firm bought the name and image of the Chewy's in order to expand the Chewy's franchise. The Chewy's. Anyway, maybe it's not wrong. No, it is absolutely 100% wrong. No, it is not. There's nothing right about it. If they want to call it something different, they want to call it a Pinot margarita or something like that. Like, pineapple margarita, strawberry margarita. They're different flavors, different riffs, different versions of the same idea. Cool. But if you're calling it a margarita, if you're calling it a traditional margarita, a Capitan margarita, or whatever the hell you want to call it, your ingredients: tequila, sweet and sour, triple sec, rocks, salted rim, shake a, pour, serve, walk away. Done. You're finished. You're done. That's it. You're done. You're done. You've pulled the pin, dropped the grenade into the cup, and you're handing it off. Your job is done. All you got to do is wait for that little happy explosion to go off, and they'll come back for more. That's it. Absolutely. You can try it at home, sunflowers. You can just make yourself a margarita and ruin it by pouring a shot of wine in your margarita. If you like it, I mean, it's fair. If you like that sort of thing, you like that sort of thing. I'm just saying, you don't call it a margarita. It's not a margarita. It's something else. It's a different version of an old drink, but it's not a margarita. That's it. Just saying. The Subaru Baja. It's a truck that's also a car. Oh my God. Oh God, I love you people. I really do. Safety Doc's in the house. Cheers, Safety Doc. Is it really as late as I think it is? It's 12:30. How far behind am I? 12:34. I'm only 10 minutes behind on chat. We're gonna catch this up really good. Sunflowers, if you come down to if you make your way all the way down to Houston, I will make you a margarita that will give you existential joy. It's not going to reveal the secrets of the universe, but you're going to drink the margarita and you go, "Oh, this is what margaritas are supposed to taste like." Okay. And there you go. That's it. Existential joy. This is what they're supposed to taste like. How about that? That's an existential pleasure in your face. In your face. Ah, the Margarita Baja 500. Sweet and sour is also a mix used to make cocktails. Yes, it is. You should make a short about making margaritas wrong. I almost 100% will be doing that in the next. See, here's the thing. I have yet to figure out what shorts I make on my channel that will reliably pop off for 1,500, 1,000 or more views. I have yet to figure out this formula because I did 2 different shorts today. I did a short that was the perfect gin and tonic. There was another reaction video. The guy's like, this is how you make the perfect gin and tonic. I'm like, oh, I know how to make the perfect gin and tonic. Gin, tonic, trash can, double shot of whiskey. Bloop, 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 bloop. There's your perfect gin and tonic, baby. A video that I'd made before, several times before, popular video, fun video to make. It's laughing, it's funny, ha ha ha. 50 views. 50 views. I do a different video, another reaction video of a uh, disposable toilet plunger. You've seen these things. It's the sticker that you put over your toilet lid and you flush it and it bubbles up because the pressure underneath, and then you like push it down, you push it down, you push it down, but it's sealed around the edges, so you're like, it's like a sticker on your. Go watch it. It's on the video or on my shorts feed. And I come in. My reaction is, I think this is stupid because regular plungers work. They're reusable, and you don't run the risk of putting your arms elbow deep into poop water. 9,500 views. So I had 2 shorts today. One that was alcohol related, because, Old Humble Distilling Company, alcohol company. One that was 50 views, alcohol related. The other, poop related, 9,500 views. I haven't figured out the formula. I haven't figured it out. I don't know. I just make shorts. Some of them are funny. I make shorts. Some of them are stupid. I make shorts. Some of them have whiskey. I make shorts. Some of them don't. I make shorts. Some of them have music. I make shorts. Some of them don't. It's just talking. I don't know. I don't have any fucking idea. I made one before I left out of town on Wednesday last week with my lovely wife. I like my whiskey the way I like my women. And she pops and goes, oh, really? How do you like your whiskey and your women? I really want to know. Why don't you tell me? And I look up at her and she goes, well, and I smile, delightful and refreshing. She goes, yeah, I thought so. Funny boy. And she walks off. 6,500 views. 6,500 views or something like that. Do the one about the gin and tonic? 50. I have yet to figure out the formula. I'm trying. I did 2 consecutive videos with the Boomtown Bourbon, where I have it on the little spinning Lazy Susan, and it's the clear whiskey, and I spin it, and it has the transition from clear whiskey to the Boomtown Bourbon, the finished whiskey. 2 consecutive videos. One with 1 track of music, Rat, Round and Round. The other with a track of music that was, what is this one? What is this? This track of music is, what is this track of music? It gets worse when I'm without you. From TikTok, and that one had 1,800 views. The other one had, what was the other one? Oops, the other one had 1,800 views. The other one had 300 views. Haven't figured out the formula yet. But yeah, I'll probably make some dumb video about the margarita rant. I've just got to get wound up. I got to get the passion working. Because the fake rants, they don't work. But, when you get the passion going and I actually really give a shit, I didn't realize I gave this much of a shit about margaritas. But I'm pretty sure I could squeeze it down into 60 seconds if I really wanted to. A margarita uses blue curacao and lime juice instead of sweet and sour and triple sec. That would not be a margarita. That would not be a margarita. That would be something else. Now, blue curacao could be replaced, or could be the substitute for the triple sec because it has a similar flavor. It's just blue. It's citrusy. The triple sec is citrusy. Blue curacao can be used as a substitute for triple sec, and you can have a blue margarita. But again, it has a different name than a margarita. It has a different name because it is a different drink. But not lime juice. Not with lime juice. No. Absolutely not with lime juice. You did not. What is this? Tabasco, a jalapeno-rita. See, that's not a margarita. That's a jalapeno-rita. That's a different name. That's what I'm saying. It's a different name. If I order a margarita and I get a jalapeno-rita, I might throw it at you. Just saying. You know, just saying. Like if you go home with Sally, if you go home with Sheila and she turns out to be Chuck, it's not necessarily a problem. It's just, you know, you were thinking you got Sheila, but you end up getting Chuck. When your girlfriend flips you over onto your belly, like you just need to know what the rules are before the engagement of activities. You know, you can't be expecting to be the one on top and then find out you're going to be the one on bottom. That's just like a mismatch of expectation and reality. It is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know, you got to understand where everybody's standing before the lights come on. Is what I'm trying to say. Ah, what is this one? The easy cooking in the new window. Easy cooking is spicy pineapple margarita. See, again, pineapple margarita. It's there in the name. Pineapple margarita. So you know what you're getting. You know what you're getting. But when you order a margarita and they put wine in it and they don't tell you there's wine in the margarita, that's likely to start a fight. I'm just saying. It's likely to start a fight. I am quite the traditionalist when it comes to drink, but I'm a traditionalist when it comes to traditional margaritas. You know, just like black and blue pens. When it comes to traditional margaritas, if you're going to serve what you're calling a traditional margarita, it better be a traditional fucking margarita. Don't you tell me that you're making traditional margaritas and then come out with some kind of amaretto sour shit. That's not a margarita. That's an amaretto sour. And if you're going to serve an amaretto sour, don't call it a margarita. Call it an amaretto sour because it's an amaretto sour. Yeah, I mean, this isn't like rocket surgery. This is like very simple stuff. Like bartenders and bar managers are sharp individuals and they're very talented human beings, but they don't have to be like geniuses. Like, because it's not like vastly complicated. I mean, it's not easy. You're on your feet, you're serving drinks, you got 100 orders coming in, and you just gotta like figuring out what you're doing. They're bombarding you with everything. You gotta keep everything straight. It's not easy. You're on your feet. It's work, hard work. But it's not like you got 500 ingredients that you got to sequence into a proper cycle. Three goddamn ingredients. Tequila, sweet and sour, triple sec, salted rim, ice, shaka, pour, set it down, walk away. You're done. You're done. You're done. If at that point your customer wants to put whatever shit they want to put in their drink, more power to them. But at that point, your involvement in the transaction is complete. You no longer are obligated to mess up their drink. You're finished. You've given them the perfect margarita. And you're done. That's it. You're set. You're done. You're done. Now, if they come up to the bar and they say, I'd like a jalapeno-rita, you know what to do. Because they said the word jalapeno-rita. If they come up to the bar and they say, I'd like a spicy pineapple margaritas, eh? Then, you're like, okay, Mario, if that's what you want. I don't know why you're talking like that, but okay. You know what to make them. Done. Walk away. If they want to put their penis in their drink, that's up to them. You, as the bartender, as the person making the margarita, are not obligated to put anyone's penis in that drink. It's a margarita. 3 ingredients. Done. Walk away. You don't have to add anything else. You don't have your responsibility is to not mess up their drink. Their option is to mess up their drink. If they want to drop trow and do a little dipper, that's between them and your bar policies. That is not something you need to worry about. Y'all gotta quit trying to wind me up. I gotta wrap this up at some point and go to bed. Y'all just trying at this point. I'm gonna keep him up until 3 in the morning. No, you're not. Are you? No, it's only 12:45. And I'm only 15 minutes behind, so we're good. What the hell? Fire. Oh, Lord. Y'all are just going to keep dropping recipes for weird fucking margaritas, but the thing is, the recipe, it's called something else in the recipe. So, like, my premise stands. They're not like, here's a margarita, but it's different. No, there's like, here's a different margarita. See, that's the whole point. It's a different. Ooh, this is Hormel. Is this a chili recipe? Just for the record, Hormel chili is second-rate fucking chili. I don't have any problem saying that. Wolf brand chili is by far superior to Hormel, although Hormel makes much better hot dog chili. They make chili sauce. What the hell is this? Hormel Black Label Premium Jalapeno Bacon? Jalapeno bacon. All right, I'm gonna put this up on the big screen here. Where's my screen? Guys? Screen, please. Is that the one? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at, the jalapeno bacon margarita. Which, again, you'll note, jalapeno bacon margarita. That's a different name. It doesn't say just margarita. It doesn't say traditional classic margarita. It says other shit margarita, which is what this is. It's a margarita with other shit. Jalapeno tequila. Ugh. See, and this actually has lime juice. It should not have lime juice. I don't care. No. See, this is how you know it's bad. Lime juice, triple sec. Yeah. Oh, bacon syrup. Hormel makes shit food. And I don't have any problem saying that. Wolf brand chili is by far superior to Hormel. Hormel is it's second rate in all ways. You see, I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know how good the Chewies. When you get far. Okay, so this is what happened. Chewies must have licensed their name and image to a private equity firm is my hunch. Um, and then the private equity firm used the licensed imaging and name to open up a shit ton of stores throughout Texas and I assume other states. But the two stores that they originally had, the one in Austin, the one in Houston, the two original stores are really good stores. They're fantastic restaurants. And then they opened one on the far west side of town. I don't know how many they have in Austin. Um, I know they have some in Dallas. I don't know how many they have in Austin. I know they have probably 15 stores in Houston. Freebirds was the same way. The best burrito place in uh, Texas, by far superior to Mission Burrito, which is a Houston native. By far superior to Chipotle. Not even question mark about whether it's comparable to Chipotle. Chipotle is just oh god, it's just sadness in a bag. But Freebirds is by far superior to all of those other burrito centric places. And what they did is they had, I think they came from College Station, and they had one in Houston, and then they licensed the name and franchised out. I don't know if they franchised, licensed, or sold to individual. I don't know what the details is specifically of how it was owned, but there's corporate stores, there's franchise stores, and some of those stores are really good. Some of those stores are really bad. Um, so like the Freebirds up here in Humble is really good. There's a Freebirds just 15 miles south on I-10 that's just tragically shitty. And then the original Freebirds here in Houston, which is the original Freebirds, it's the second Freebirds. It's not the original Freebirds. That's in College Station. The big store, the big one, the central one, is really 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 good. Um, but some of them are kind of hit and miss. And I assume it's the same way with Chewy's. There's the one up here in Humble that's really good. The two original stores, the one in Austin, the one in Central Houston, both really fantastic stores. I assume that there's Chewy's that aren't good because the ownership group, the management group, the team, all that stuff. I'm sure they have standards that they're supposed to keep, but they don't always keep those standards. So I assume that especially if you get further away from the central core of operations. If they have other states, I'm sure a Chewy's in Louisiana is not going to be as good as a Chewy's in Austin because Louisiana Tex-Mex versus Austin Tex-Mex or Kansas Tex-Mex versus Austin Tex-Mex. And no offense, but Dallas's Tex-Mex is just garbage. There's just not the same as Houston or Austin. Austin Tex-Mex is probably far superior to Houston's Tex-Mex, but Houston, man, our restaurant scene, I mean, I mean, come on. It's Houston. We have the best damn restaurant scene probably in the entire state. Second only maybe to San Antonio. Maybe. And I don't even think San Antonio is maybe. San Antonio has better Mexican food scene, but we have just a better restaurant scene in general. Uh, in part because of our diversity, but also in part because we're lazy. Just super duper lazy. So anyway. I clicked on your damn link. And that Hormel, see, that just goes to prove Hormel makes shit chili and they make just shit margaritas. Uh, Bacon and lime juice and jalapeno tequila. Yeah, gross. Just garbage. Um, one more link. All right, what do we have? This is in fact, I'm not even going to look at it. I'm just going to go. I'm going to put it up on the big screen and we're going to look at it together. Main cam scene here. Give me not that one. 29 crazy margaritas you need to know. All right, let's scroll down up here over my left shoulder, right up here. 29 crazy margaritas. Alternative margarita recipes. I'll note. See, it's got a different name. The Interesting, which I would dispute. The Hello Beautiful. The Interesting. Cucumber cilantro. Tastes like soap. Cantaloupe margarita. See, these all have like very specific names. These are alternative versions of the traditional margarita. None of them are called margaritas. They're something margaritas. A cranberry margarita. Guess what that's got in it? Cranberries. So you know this. Smoky watermelon. Guess what it's got? Smoky watermelons. Persimmons. See, this is when you order a margarita like this, you should expect to get a margarita that has weird fucking ingredients. But if you order just a margarita and they come with a persimmon margarita, you, I think, are legally allowed to throw some punches. I think you are legally allowed at that point to fuck a bitch up, as they say in France. I think you are legally allowed to do it. I need to open a window back up. Reopen a closed window. There we go. Close that one. Close that one. Keep that one open and close the window there. Okay, and close you. All right, back to the show. Have you ever make it be ruined with bacon bits? That actually sounds good. Do it for any end times reports. My recipe for gin and tonic sounds awesome. It's a double shot of whiskey. It is awesome. It's the best damn gin and tonic I've ever had. With his wife about how he likes his women. You can always come by me and visit. We could, as a matter of fact. I wouldn't rule it out. If I am up in that area, which we may happen to be up in that area in the next 18 months, I'll let you know. Toss me in the trunk. You can find us on Twitter. Yep, there it is. It's not called rocket surgery. It's called rocket. It's called rocket surgery if I wanted to be called rocket surgery. It's brain science and rocket surgery, and it's not either of those, as a matter of fact. That was Luigi, not Mario. I get my Luigi and Mario mixed up. It's me, Luigi. Not stirred with a penis. Exactly. They're typically not stirred with a penis, but if you serve a margarita and your patron just insists on stirring it with their penis, then one, I guess technically it's a boy's drink at that point. And two, if that's what they want to do, that's. I mean, I'm hands off at that point. Penis is an odd garnish for pretty much any drink. You're right. You're right about that. Generally speaking, you don't generally. In most polite establishments, that's not how they garnish their drinks. Freebirds, one of the things I like about Freebirds is the way they make their burrito is basically the definition of a perfect burrito. Rice, beans, veggies, or rice, beans, meat, veggies, hot sauce, rolled, compact. It holds together. It doesn't collapse under you. It's like everything together, and they don't just like roll it and seal it. They like mush it together so that it's all distributed and packed properly. In fact, it was probably about a year ago that I had the Perfect Burrito episode. Safety Doc was in on the panel with the Perfect Burrito episode, and I believe I pretty much described a Freebird's burrito in that episode, if I recall. Because I do personally believe, and this is an accurate belief, much the way 2 + 2 = 4 is an accurate belief, that Freebirds makes the perfect burrito. So there. You can disagree with me, and that is fine, because everybody is allowed to have their opinion. But it is also true that if you disagree with me on that specific point, you are believing something that is incorrect. Because anything other than Freebirds makes the perfect burrito is an incorrect belief. And may God have mercy on your soul. So there you go. Found the original recipe, and I'm not going to be happy. It's fair. I may not be happy about it. The original recipe may be lime juice. Acapulco, Mexico, when a Dallas socialite combined Blanco tequila with Cointreau and lime juice. Oh, you see, lime juice is it's made better. Instead of lime juice, it's made better with sweet and sour. Margarita mix, as they would say. And I'm fine with dying on the hill that a lime juice margarita is shit, and it has actually been improved with the modern version of sweet and sour. I will die on that hill. I mean, after all, in 1948, they still had unfiltered water coming out of wells, and they thought that was fine to drink, so fuck them. Was an inevitable twist on the Daisy, a cocktail temple involving spirit, citrus, orange liqueur, and soda. Aha, see? Citrus and soda, that is sweet and sour. Because the sweet and sour mix is citrus, and it's kind of bubbly. So there. Would it be funny if I go on that whole fucking rant and it turns out it wasn't even tequila and a margarita to begin with? It was just like it was originally a gin drink or rum. That would be absolutely hilarious. But no, for real though, when that was like the recipe when I went to bartending school, way back when, 20 something years ago. Margarita, sweet whiskey sour, margarita whiskey sour, amaretto sour, vodka sour. What was the other? Was there another one? No, it was those 4 drinks. Basically, all had the same recipe: whiskey sour, amaretto sour, vodka sour, margarita. Basically, all had the same recipe: sweet and sour plus alcohol, sweet and sour plus alcohol, sweet and sour plus alcohol. The only difference with the margarita was it was sweet and sour plus alcohol plus Cointreau, triple sec, Grand Marnier, whatever you put in as the citrus floater. And ever since then, I've improved my whiskey sours by adding a citrus floater. And one citrus floater that I have used in the past has been Blue Curacao, which is indeed a blue alcohol, which is the exception to my no blue food that proves the rule, because a Blue Curacao whiskey sour, which we call the Stinger, does not make a better whiskey sour. It just makes a whiskey sour that looks kind of green, and you just kind of look at it and you're like, I don't know about that. So there you go. But yeah, I have heard the story about the Dallas socialite in Acapulco, Mexico, who invented the margarita that was named for like a girl in a band or something like that. When a Dallas socialite combined Blanco tequila. And see, Blanco tequila is cheap ass tequila too. And that's one of the cool things about a margarita is you can use cheap tequila and make a really good margarita because you can't really taste the tequila. It tastes like really, it tastes like a really, just a really good citrus drink is what it tastes like. I mean, that's one of the things I like most about margaritas is they taste sweet and sour. Just sweet and sour with gin before, huh? Ooh, a gin, a margarita with gin. That sounds gross. Uh, not fare as well as the other spirits. You see, that's the thing. Gin has flavor to it. Gin is a spirit that has Um, I mean, it has character and texture of its own, but gin and tonic is not. Um, Gin and tonic is not an uncommon drink. Most people drink gin with tonic. That's how they tolerate gin. But then if you add some lime, some actual lime juice, now you've got gin and tonic with a lot of lime. Although some gin and tonics do lemon, depending on how you make your gin and tonic. Um, but if you add lime juice with the tonic water, you kind of have sweet and sour. And then you've got gin. I mean, tonic water and lime juice is not exactly sweet and sour, but it's close. It's a close approximation if you have enough juice in there. Um, hmm. I have gin. Do I have enough gin for me to worry about? No, not really. That needs to go in the trash, honestly. Um, hmm. Interesting. That's a thought. Thinking of these margaritas that are feeling attacked right now. They should feel attacked. They are. They are. They are second-rate drinks. They're second-rate. They have. They're alternate. They're alternates. Um. Oh Lord. Okay. Well, let's do some housekeeping and wrap this up. I think it's time. It's just after 1 o'clock. I've been at this since 10 o'clock. I think it's time to wrap this up, guys. Tomorrow night we've got trivia. I've got trivia questions ready to go for tomorrow night. We've got trivia 9 p.m. It is the 91st episode of our whiskey happy hours. It is our. I have to go back and see how many of these trivia nights we've done. Uh, Goodness. See how many of these trivia nights we've done. How many of these whiskey happy hours we've done. We've done some stuff, like 100 of these episodes. Um, it's been some work, which is pretty cool. Since we rebooted, I can't remember when we rebooted. When did we reboot? Did we reboot in August, June? I think we did. I think we. No, I think it was December of last year. Had to have been December. Um, Either way, it's been a fun run. It's been a fun run. Not gonna lie, it's been a really fun run, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this next project that we're going to be doing. This through hike of the Sam Houston National Forest. We'll be talking about the Sam Houston National Forest a little bit in the next few weeks. The Lone Star Hiking Trail on the Sam Houston National Forest. We look at the history and the mystery of the Sam Houston National Forest and the Lone Star Hiking Trail, and what it means to the area, and the history and uh, the history and um, I don't want to say culture because it's not really culture; it's just woods. But the history and background and um, significance. That's the word I'm looking for. The significance of this natural feature that is just north of the city of Houston, and quite a remarkable natural feature at that. And all the training stuff that we're going to be doing to get that I'm going to be doing to get ready for my through hike that will be taking place in March. And when I talk about a through hike in the National Forest, I'm talking about a 96-mile hike through these woods. It's going to be a long trek, and it's going to be a week of solitude of me and whoever else is on the trail, just me and the trees, kicking dirt and having fun. So stay tuned for that. Find out more information about that as it comes around. I'll be posting up some shorts and maybe some short videos about the training process that I mean, I'm literally going to have to train. I need to drop 50 pounds to be able to do this. I need to drop 50 pounds and I need to get some gear. Um, so we've got a whole lot of stuff going on with regards to that over the next, let's see here, October, November, December. That's 3 months. January, February, that's 2 more months. So that's 5 months total that I have to get ready for this. And it's coming fast because there's going to be some weekend hikes, some weekend overnights that we have to do. But I always say the Old Humble Distilling Company's whiskey is the official whiskey of campouts, cookouts, good stories, and great friends. And what better way to have a campout and cookout than take the whiskey on a 96-mile hike through the woods north of Houston? So stay tuned for that adventure. That's going to be fun. And then what do we got? Trivia tomorrow night. Friday night, Mike Gallo. Mike Gallo. I'm so excited. I've been talking to this guy for a little over a year. Or this guy and his representatives for a little over a year. I'm really excited about having him out. Really excited that we finally got the logistics and everything worked out to have him coming to the distillery. He's going to have a great show. I'm hoping we have a nice crowd at the distillery to watch him play. And we're just going to have ourselves a really good time. So tune in on Friday to watch that. And then, next week we have Ryan Adam Wells, the one and only returning champion, Ryan Adam Wells, coming to the distillery. And you're going to want to catch that show too because he puts on a hell of a show. What time does the end time report start on Friday? Bacon, I believe your end time report starts on Fridays at 11, if I recall. You're being paged. You are being paged. I believe it's 11 o'clock because we close our show at 10, and I usually jump on his panel at 11 for a couple hours before I head out from the distillery. Before I head home from the distillery. So yeah, and check out Bacon's show. Any of y'all want to post your links? Post your links. I know Bimbo Barbarella's shows are on Fridays and Saturdays. And make sure you are subscribed to her channel because when she does her other stuff on Wednesdays and her new things, 10:30 my ass. You started at 11. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Bimbo posts videos up all during the week, and other folks. Go to my. I think my subscription page shows channels I've subscribed to. If it doesn't, shoot me a message and let me know, and I will see to it that I make that public so that people can see the channels that I subscribe to, and you can go subscribe to those channels as well. I think that's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, notification bell. We get to 1,000 subscribers. We're at 849 right now. We get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to go fight a kangaroo. If we get to those subscribers by the end of November, we have the rest of October, and all of November to do that. What do we got here? I can't drop. What did that say? Where did it go? Oh, I can't drop links, but I have 2 channels. Go follow me. But yeah, Twisted Art Lady. Y'all drop her links. Twisted Art Lady and Yummy. I guess Yummy with Twisted is the. Let me see what I can do over here. Go to channel. Oh, this is the one where you do food. Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe to that. I like food. Share. Copy link. Go back. Open up. Post. Channel. There. Boop. There you go. There's Twisted. That's Yummy Time. Oh, everybody's doing Yummy Time. Good job, guys. Y'all are Johnny on the fucking spot. And then there's Twisted Art Lady, her art channel. Did you see Twisted? Did you see the finished product with my with the bar? That deep mahogany stain on the bar top. Oh man, it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I haven't done. Thank you there, Maddie. I haven't done the final day in the life where I show the actual bar, the finished bar, but I also want to do a consolidated video of the bar build where I go through the process, and I'll probably just do a time lapse, sped up process of the whole thing. So the hour and a half video will take like 15 minutes, do it 6x speed. But anyway, guys, it's after 1 o'clock. It's time for me to wrap this up. Oh, let me pull. Since I got you here, let me pull some. Where do I have the pictures of that bar? I think I've got it. Let me see here if I can find it. Maybe it's on my Instagram, Old Humble. Where you at? I think I've got it on the Insta. Let's see if my Insta comes up, and then I'll flip the page. The fuck is that? Oh, Bourbon. That's a good channel. Let me look back at my page real quick. Profile? Is that what I'm looking for? Yeah. Where's my bar? Where's my bar? Where's my bar? Did I not post a finished bar photo on Instagram? I did not post a finished bar photo on Instagram. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to have to fix that. Posts? I did not. I have bar tops. I have shot glasses. But I don't have the finished. Okay, let me go to Twitter. I think I have it on Twitter. I know y'all are watching me pull up my stuff over here on calm down. We'll get there. I know you're watching me Google. Relax. Is it media? Photos? Where is it? Media. That's the one. That'll have the photos. Okay, that's all the top of Enchanted Rock. Capital. There it is. All right. We got it right here. Nope. Wrong thing. Back to here. This one. Twitter. There it is. All right. There it is. Look. There it is. That's the bar. Look at that bar top. Come on. Open up. Open up. Double click. Show me the picture. It's going to take a second because it's dumb. There. Check out that. It's that's blue paint, a little bit of stain. Look at that deep mahogany. Look at that. That is a mahogany stain on plywood. Look at how dark and deep and shiny. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. That made me very happy. That made me very, very happy. You don't want that. That made me very, very happy. Seeing the final outcome of that, yeah, that was good stuff. That was really good stuff. But I will. I'll be updating. I'll probably be. I'm going. My goal is to try and get the actual production of that. The lives, because I made that whole thing live on our live streams. The only thing I didn't do live was the actual staining, the finishing of it. But I painted it and I did all the other stuff. The first few coats, it was only the final coat that I didn't record. But yeah, well, I'll have a video of that. So it'll be something of a DIY channel for a little while. So anyway, where are we? What else we got? I think we're done. Twist Art Lady, link drop, beautiful, love it. Yep, thank you. All right. So what else? Anything else? I think we're good. I think we're good. I think it's time to call it a night, kids. Pour my parting shot. and for you and yours. And I thank you. I thank you all for your support. Thank you so much for joining us and making these shows fun. It's your comments and y'all feed the second half of this show. I come in with my topic and get us talking at the beginning of the show. Basically, my goal with my topics at the beginning of the show is to get us through the 30-minute mark. Uh, I start at 10 o'clock on Wednesday nights. My goal is to do housekeeping for the first 15 minutes and then have a topic that'll get me through the next 15 to 30 minutes. And then once I'm done, I open up the chat and we talk. Y'all are the ones that keep this thing going from 10:30, 10:45 to what is it, 1:30 now? Y'all are the ones that do it. If it weren't for y'all, this show would be something else entirely, and much shorter and much less fun. So uh, I absolutely appreciate you guys' support and you guys coming around, you guys hanging out, and keeping this fun and exciting and enjoyable. And one of these days, really soon, maybe I'll do another show where I just try and piss off a whole bunch of people. Because, that's fun to do sometimes. Get us all up in our feels. But expect to see some margarita content coming in the next few days. Because why not? I mean, that was, man, I had that going. I had that feels. But with all that said, thanks so much. Like I said, thanks so much for your support. Thank you all for coming out and being awesome. And let me get that off the screen. There we go. Thank you for coming out and being awesome and being part of this little experiment that we call our YouTube channel. And until I see you again tomorrow night, be awesome to each other. Think with your whole brain, love with your whole heart. And guys, life is too short for bad whiskey. Drink the good stuff and drink it however you like it. Cheers and good night.